Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOLIIS English YouTube channel. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Yeah, Pavitran, I saw your message. I asked the concerned team to make a change. Please let me know. Good evening, Just Action, Ekta, Sakshi, Jayant Kumar, Pavitran, Khushbu, Nirupama, Dharani. I'm fantastic, people. Thank you for asking. Vijay, Charan, Abha, Vaishnavi, Durgeshwari. All right, people. Audio and video is clear, fine. Who appeared in this year in the exams, right? Good evening, good evening. Just let's wait for another 2-3 minutes so that few more people can join. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Dinesh, Metari, Deep, Devu, Biradra, Sheikh. So many new names here now. The YouTube community. Sagar, Sheikh, Rubina. Where are you from? I'm from the state of Kerala, but currently residing in, or rather settled in, Bangalore, Karnataka. Today's PDFs, yes, we are still uploading it. Please be patient. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Jai Hind. Any motivation story or quote? This is not that class, brother Kishan Agarwal. Here we are doing serious business, which is basically current affairs. So again, for most of my Pinnacle and Titan batch students, this is not something new. We have already discussed this in my polity class. But for the others, especially from the YouTube community, let me tell you one thing. Now, I'm pretty sure you might have actually come across many faculties actually telling you the importance of reading newspapers. Why? Because apparently the UPSC chairman told newspapers, standard books, government website, PIB. These are the sources from which the information has been taken from. Well, good. He has said from where they have taken the information. So I have seen many faculties, not just irrespective of the academy. I have seen it, and I'm pretty much sure now many academies will probably start an exclusive current affairs class. All that they may start. I mean, can't blame them, because each and every time, understand, when the UPSC changes the pattern, academies also have no other choice but to change their way or style of teaching. Those of you who are going to get access, I mean, once you download this week's current affair PDF, you're in for a small shock. The reason being that it is going to contain around 72 pages. So we will see this. So first of all, what is doable here? Doable thing is, yes, standard books. This we can do. Not a problem. Like for example, polity, we know there is Lakshmikant. Correct. Like that, standard books are there for each and every subject. So this is still doable. Newspapers it is, not newspaper. Is it practically possible for somebody who is preparing by themselves? Even if they are taking coaching, it's okay. But otherwise also, you tell me, whether coaching or non-coaching, is it practically possible for somebody to read more than one newspaper in a single day? Anybody, whoever I have asked, whichever student or aspirant I have asked, they have all answered me one thing: sir, after the newspaper itself, we get tired, mentally drained. Why? Because doing current affairs is as good as you're preparing for all the subjects, and more than that. So you will get exhausted after reading one newspaper, which will easily take minimum 2 hours. That is only if you are reading. What if you're going to take down notes, Google each and everything, add the additional content? That is going to go up like anything. That will go up like anything. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, how many hours are you going to put for newspaper then? First question is that. Plus simply reading it and then, okay, I will remember all the content from this. Absolutely not possible. Until and unless you have already, you're probably doing yoga, etc. Your mind is not having any jealousy, fear, anger, nothing. You are a completely calm soul, wherein one reading, everything will be grasped by your brain. Then fine. Government websites. Do anybody have, forget anybody, does the government have any idea how many websites are there? What will we study from it? Each and every update, from where should we get it from? What update? Again, if an update comes, which update should I take? So this is not possible. This is also not possible. And the next thing is Press Information Bureau. That is even more funnier. Press Information Bureau, it is almost like every 2-3 hours. On the busy days I'm talking about, 3 to 4 notifications will come. Some are 1 page long, some are 2 pages long. Absolutely boring news. Again, the $1 million question. What should I take out from it? What should I let go? In this process, if you are planning to prepare current affairs, I will guarantee you, you will end up becoming a current affair faculty. That's guaranteed. Knowledge to hoga, no doubt about it. You will be so good in terms of knowledge. But whether it will actually help you to crack the civil service exam, $1 million question. Somebody again asked, why did they actually make the question paper tough? Let me tell you. Does life give you any syllabus? Has life given any syllabus? In life, whatever you planned till now, only like that has happened means, that means you are still a baby. You are still an Amul baby. Who have probably only the maximum challenge that you have taken will be probably your 10th and 12th exam. That's it. After that, whatever it is, once you enter college, that is when you start feeling the jhatka. You'll start feeling the jhatka. That is, whatever you think, what you said is not what people have understood. What you never did, people will blame on you. You tried your level best, still there is no result. Everybody is blaming you and you're tired of defending yourself. That is when life starts. When you took training in National Police Academy, they gave you fire training, this training, that training, every training they gave you. Okay, you are also ready. Guns, yes, I will kill everybody. You are also ready. Great. Your first posting, let us say, is in the state of Kerala. All right. You are posted in Thrissur, my hometown. So you are basically standing there full guns, everything, and your subordinates are telling, sir, here guns and all are not required. Here it is more or less peaceful. You will be like, oh, is it? Okay, fine. All right. And suddenly, for your luck that day, an elephant goes berserk. Elephant got angry for one or the other reason, and elephant started running. Where in National Police Academy have they taught you how to handle an angry elephant? They have not taught you. You are the Thrissur. Your first posting it is. You are the ASP there. You have been given the ground duty. Crowd of thousands. Elephant running amok. What will you do now? Your Police Academy did not teach this. Oh, I don't like this game only. You will throw your baton, your cap, everything there and you will run or what? You will have to improvise. Then and there on the spot. Your gun is of no use. What will you do? Will you shoot the elephant's leg below the knee? Will you shoot? Then that's it. You can be in jail for the rest of your life. This is the reality. Now I know many people were telling, but this is not how it should be. UPSC should clearly tell what is the syllabus, what is not the syllabus. I have been telling this in the last 1 year. In my current affair classes, I have been telling one thing. You should appear in prelims only if you are mains ready. That is what this year's paper symbolifies. If anything that we have to take away from this year's paper is you are done with all the subjects, including your optional, ethics paper, essay, only then give your prelims. This I have been telling you since last 1 year. So anybody who is a serious aspirant, that is one thing which the chairman got it right. A serious candidate would have actually covered ethics paper. They would have got the ethics question, etc. correct. Otherwise, also when I inquired with my few of my faculty friends, so what they were telling was that geography questions were mostly doable. Most of them, something like 9 questions, I believe. Just give me a minute. Yeah, geography questions, something like 9 out of 11 was possible. Economics also around, I'll keep it at 9 only, 9 out of 15. Let us keep it at that. Polity, I agree. Polity has taken the royal hit this time. Maybe 3 questions were there in that, let us say 2. 2 maximum you could have done. Then comes history. History, out of the 20 questions, according to the faculty, somewhere around 15 could have done. But leave, I'll keep it at 10 only. Or 12. 12, let us keep it. 12 out of 20. 9, 9, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. 20 plus 12, 32. 32 comes from the subjects alone. I agree. Science and tech is still not there inside this. Environment, I have not included in it. So all that plus current affairs. Plus current affairs, if you count, easily this number, this figure will come to doable questions if you take, will come somewhere between 40 to 50. Pakka, proper ones, which I know without taking any unnecessary risk. I'll tell you why this can't, everybody were doing. What I've been telling from day one. This only UPSC game. Didn't go for any other job. Not earned a single rupee by their own self. They kept all their hopes and aspirations in this one exam. That is the first and foremost reason. That jhatka you get. Now I won't clear. Now I won't clear. Because most of the people, let us say, especially the people who have got D, set D, first 20 questions were history. They started panicking. I know an idiot again who actually is scoring around 85. 85 in the GS paper. But he didn't write CSAT. Because morning he wrote the paper and he was like, oh, chhan se jo toote koi sapna, and he left. Again, idiots are back. Alright, that is the first problem. I always used to tell, have a job, have a job. Now I will actually even go one more extent possible and I will say, keep UPSC as your plan B. I'm telling you, I'm not joking here. Keep it as your plan B. Get into some or the other job. First attempt, I agree. First attempt, okay, you want to do it properly. You took up a coaching. I agree with it. You take it up. I have no issues. But after that is over, move on. I can see so many reels. Now Delhi zindagi khatam hua. Ab malum nahi kahan jana hai, kahan kya karu, etc. Because 6 to 7 years they have been either in old Rajendra Nagar or in Mukherjee Nagar. And now they are packing their bags and leaving. After obviously spending years there, etc. Not telling that they will become useless in their life. No. They will find some or the other way to survive. That they will find. If they learn to see things from a open perspective, then they will survive. This is one of the major reasons, this only UPSC game. Second reason I will tell you, always going inside the hall with this preconceived notion. 60 to 70 questions I should attempt, or 70 to 80 I need to attempt, and some, the crazier ones, 80 to 90 I should attempt. I have been tired of telling to people, I'm tired of telling people that don't go with that number. Don't go with that number. Any number. You have to simply go there with a fresh mind. What is doable for you? And again, I will tell this to you. Doable means what you are pakka sure of. Pakka, like you know this is the answer. Nothing else can be the answer. Number two, 50-50. That is, you eliminated two options. Now you're stuck between two. In this, again, you have to take a calculated risk with maximum 15 questions. 1-5. Why 1-5 specifically I'm telling? Because 15 into minus 2 by 3 is what? Minus 10. Maximum negative mark should be only 10 marks. Nothing more than that. Anything more than that. Even 16th question you get it wrong, you're done. You are done. So some amount of luck if you have, at least in this 15, some at least you will get it correct. कुछ तो सही हो जाएगा. इतना भी बुरा, what is it, कुंडली नहीं होगा. Your horoscope shouldn't be that bad also, where all the 15k 15 also what you marked becomes wrong. But let us say worst case scenario, still minus 10 only. If this you are going to do, you will clear. Third reason. Ego. Now this ego will work in two ways. One ego is the high level of ego. You got a question on Sagar Mala. Now you have spent hours together studying about government schemes. And Sagar Mala is such an old scheme. Correct. Now they have asked one of the most vahiyat questions as far as Sagar Mala is concerned. They gave 4 statements. Based on that 4 statements, they gave 4 options. How the hell are you going to solve it? By that time, because even for somebody who is taking current affairs, even when I read that question, halfway through I was like, "Arey, chhod do isse. This shouldn't be solved only. This should be skipped." That means skip the question no matter how familiar you are with the topic. How familiar you are. If you find that on that topic which you have, let us say you have taken a PhD in it, but the question framed has been in such a way that you read it twice, you're still not able to understand. You read it a third time, you're still not able to understand. This was the next blunder what many people did. I got one query today from a girl. She was like, she don't even know how, what questions, what answers, what she has marked. So she doesn't know how to check the cutoff now, nothing. I told her to wait then. My mind has become numb. I said, okay, relax now. I have better work to do. Once your mind becomes clear, anything is there, let me know. What else to say for that? Why? What happened? Because she took her own sweet time reading each and every question. Time went on its own way. Then she got the shock of a lifetime when the invigilator told her 15 minutes left for the exam. Then in that hurry, she went and marked something and all. 56 pages question paper. How the hell are you going to finish reading it if you don't have a proper writing speed? Then the next ego is what? Zero ego. Zero ego means you read first 2 lines of the question and you decided, this I don't know. I never studied this. Go. Read it once. Check out the options given. Maybe 1 or 2 statements are there within that option, within the given statements, where you will find some absolute word. That is, especially one with that Abu Dhabi dialogue and all. One statement, one word that was hiding in that statement was binding. Another one was obligatory. Like these words. You take out, eliminate those sentences with those absolute words. You will again come down to what? 50-50 then. This is all you had to do. Now, sir, current affairs, now some new strategy we should do, sir. We should do some new strategy. What strategy will we do? Mr. X was born in Antarctica. He had 3 wives, 4 children, and his 5th child's name was. That can come as a question next year. What will you do? We prepare for what? Nobel Prize was won by this person for this particular subject. Makes sense? Or a theory was given by this particular scientist for which he won Nobel Prize. Fine. Either asked about the theory or about the prize. Was born in UK, was working in USA, got the Nobel Prize. Who is he? I think my ex-girlfriends used to give me better signals than this. Do you love me? I like you as a friend. Then fine. I will find somebody else. No. You should be only my friend. You like me but you don't love me. Then why can't I find some other love? No. That you shouldn't do. That means some 50-50 possibility is there still. There is still area for hope. What are you going to do here? UN missions they have asked. Those UN missions which had happened before you were born. How will you answer that? How will you answer that? Indian Corps, military corps, their numbers have been asked. BIMSTEC offices, that has been asked. So should we now start with, okay, SARC के कितने offices कहाँ पर है? Got the point? Will we ever get to know? No. I love you, but I am in not love with you. More or less the same thing. More or less. So where will we start? Where will we end? Now another thing I will tell you. This I remember very clearly because this is the attempt which took me to the interview. बार बार बोल दूंगा क्योंकि एक ही बार गया है और किसी को ही बोलना पड़ेगा मेरे अलावा. Current affairs, I think, came around anywhere between, I think 25 questions came that year, if my memory serves me right. And that was the time when a movie reference also came, which was The Man Who Knew Infinity was based on, she knows everything, Shlok Mahajan. The Man Who Knew Infinity is based on A, B, C, D. Option was given. Answer was Ramanujam. And I remember in my set, I think it was the last question. And I remember reading that question, I was like, are you serious? That was the first thought that came into my head. Like literally, this is a question. Okay. After that, in 2017, current affairs crashed to some 10 questions, I think. Hardly. Like proper current affair, if you ask, hardly 10. So what is my prediction for 2027 is current affairs will crash to less than 10 next year. Polity will shoot up again to 10 to 15. Economics will crash down maybe to less than 10 with very tough questions. Geography will probably maintain its rhythm. History also may probably anywhere between 15 to 20. This could be the pattern next year. So what will I do? Then shouldn't I read current affairs then? You have to. Because current affairs, let me tell you, one or the other way, either it will help you directly or indirectly. Because economics, etc. topics comes in it. Environmental related, geography related topics comes in it. One or the other way it will help you. Either it will help you revise a static concept or it will give you pakka proper new current affair. Getting the point here? So this is the way things are going to be. Again, next year people will say, oh my God, we didn't expect this. अरे कब तक ये नाटक करते रहेंगे? आज तक, when was the last time UPSC gave a very predictable paper? You tell me, कोई साल है? Is there a single year where UPSC gave a very predictable paper? Everybody came happily. हम साथ है. Every year it is the same scenario. So let us all take an oath here. Next year also, it will be a Wahyat paper, which will have no link with anything. But I will only attempt what I know. I will only take risk with maximum 15 questions. End of the story. You are not going to do anything more than that. Make it very, very clear. See, prepare for the worst, prepare for the worst. It is a possibility only. Again, like I told you, current affair will come down to 10. Now, does that mean my prediction? Leave. What if it again goes back to 25? Yeah, it can go back. But it will again contain Wahyat questions. It will again contain stupid questions. Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z. That is what it is going to be. So we cannot actually waste our time on bimstek ka kitna, whatever is there, wherever it is there. That we cannot do. That is impossible. Because next year what will come, who knows? After many years, a sports-based question was asked this year. So we cannot make predictions on these lines. General current affairs, whatever is there, that we can do. That's it. Keep one thing in mind. You cannot give 100 out of 100 in the GS paper or in the 80 out of 80 in the CSAT paper. Ye yaad rakho. This you cannot do. What is doable only you can do. Because government, as the UPSC chairman said, they will pick it up from anywhere they want. We cannot go behind these sources. Because that will be like Rapunzel's hair or Draupadi's sari. The more you try to pull at it, the more it will keep coming out. There will be no end to it. That is why I am telling you, stick to the current affair classes, what I take in the weekend. That is Saturday, 7 p.m. PDF. Download that. This time's PDF, again, like I told you, it contains 72 pages. So, there is a 1 week gap. Read maybe 12 pages per day. Highlight whatever it is. So, in 6 days, the whole PDF is over. Repeat that every weekend. At the end of the month, again, you will get the monthly current affair compilation. Read that. Goes without saying, there will be a lot of overlapping topics between the two. Whatever are overlapping or the repeated topic, you can skip it. Any additional new information is only that you study. And keep revising it again and again and again. CR7 fan. Okay. Maybe it would have got compressed after it be converted to PDF. How to stop? Best strategy for GS2. What should we do? Do only what is minimum. Like I told you, do this. Read my PDF, MCA. Enough. उससे ज़्यादा कुछ मत करो. वही काफ़ी है. And if you go with that mindset again, no, I want to attempt everything, go ahead, be my guest. Whichever person actually now called and told me or messaged and told me, sir, I won't clear. They are not clearing enough for what reason? Only the same reason for everybody. Attempted unnecessarily. I asked why? नहीं सर मुझे लगा कि ये बहुत कम होगा. I was like बहुत कम कितना? मैंने 40 क्वेश्चन पहले अटेम्प्ट किया. I was like okay. And then I saw I have only attempted 40. So I started attempting more. Why? This is the point here. This is the point. This is the pointless thing that everybody is doing. And again, you people will do. No doubt about it. You will go to that exam hall. You will again do the same blunder. Then you will blame the system, blame UPSC. Oh, this is happening. Coaching mafia is there. This is the same thing you will say. Alright. So that is the point here. No current affairs today. Oof. So the topics what we'll be handling today includes UAP and bail conditions, India's justice system, racial slurs and caste census, NHRC and transgender, EPF details in WhatsApp, water hyacinth sedition, from internal security of smart border, CA and passport, society, birth and death rates, disability and Indian prisons, research and development, protest against tree felling, India's peak electricity demand, bioenergy, USA and China, Aravalli range needs to be updated. This won't be there. Memflation, Grand Prix, Commonwealth Games, Science and Tech, Temperature. So some additional topics are also there, which is not there as part of the index here. That is there in the PDF. All right. From any monthly, any website, you will get it. Even PW's website, it will be there. Those of you who are giving your attempt next year, start from Jan 2026 monthly current affair compilation. Daily 10 pages. Finish this first from January onwards. All right. Read the PDF, wait for final confirmation from Supreme Court. Now, why the PDF I am talking about? So, in that PDF, basically, I have given you what is UAPA. Now, UAPA, the thing is, in UAPA, if a person is getting arrested, okay, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. If you get arrested under UAPA, bail becomes difficult. As per Indian laws, generally, bail is the norm, comma, jail is the exception. Matlab, what is this? Bail is the norm, jail is the exception. See, normally, if you are arrested for a crime, all right, and let us say the trial is taking time. You have been arrested and you are in jail, but the trial is yet to start. Case is yet to be called in the court. So there is a time limit generally. That is, you are going on waiting. When will the trial start? When will the trial start? And the trial is yet to start. You are sitting in the jail. So in such a condition where the trial is yet to start and the person is going on sitting in the jail, generally courts will do what? Courts will grant bail. Courts will be like, you people are not ready to start the trial and you want somebody who is just accused of the crime to be in jail. Got the point here? So, courts will actually what? Grant bail. Except if it is under UAPA. Under UAPA, if you are going to get arrested means, the onus is on the accused. Onus is on the accused means, the accused will have to prove that this case itself is fabricated. I have clear evidence to prove that. Accused, from the accused side's lawyer, they present the counter to the case and say, see, this is a fabricated case. All this are whatever evidence the government is telling that they have it. It is entirely false. I deserve to be released. Which generally will never happen. Because trust me, when UAPA is put on you, even the government is not playing. When UAPA slapped on a person, government also knows very well why are they doing it. Without clear-cut evidence, they won't go ahead with this. Got the point here? So, under UAPA cases, what is it? It is not easy to get bail. The union government was considering a stringent law against calls for secession in the mid-60s. Secession in the mid-60s means mid-60s. That is, we are basically talking about the time period after Indira Gandhi came into power. Because this was the time period where 67 etc. 66 Lal Bahadur Shastri Sir passed away. A peasant uprising in Naxalbari imparted a sense of urgency. That means the beginning of the Naxalism movement in India. Naxalbari is the name of a small village in West Bengal. On June 17, 1966, President had promulgated the UAPA ordinance to provide for the more effective prevention of unlawful activities of individuals and associations. Ordinance means temporary law. Temporary law that is not actually made because of out of a sense of urgency. Because the 60s was a time period where everybody wanted just Azadi. Northeast, Naxal movement, everywhere people were like, we want independence, we want independence. So whoever wants to secede from India, to act against them with an iron law, government introduced this. Its stringency created a furore in the parliament. Furore means big hangama. When it was stable, leading to the government dropping it. Instead, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967, which was not identical to the ordinance, was passed. That means a lesser, stricter version was passed in the parliament in 1967. Against whom can you slap this particular law? You can slap it against an association or a body of individuals who wants to secede from the territory of India or which questions or disclaims the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. For what and all? For acts and words, spoken or written, or any sign or representation. That means anything it can be. Bharat tera tukde tukde kar denge. Some dash, a dash, 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 and dash had actually uttered that words. Alright. Tukde tukde kar denge. And similarly, another statement given by that dash was the Silguri corridor. What he basically said was, ये रास्ता हम बंद कर लेंगे. ये रास्ता बंद किया तो पूरा नॉर्थ ईस्ट और इंडिया का कनेक्ट तोड़ जाएगा. फिर नॉर्थ ईस्ट अपना आजादी पा सकते हैं. During the CA protests, that Dash had said this. The last 1 year's current affairs, again, if you see, oops. Bangladesh were basically claiming that they are the king or the conqueror or emperor or whatever of the Bay of Bengal. Yeah, right. So they were basically asking China, hey, China, come. If this is blocked, then you can take the northeast. Tribal people, but not like the rest of the country. Very, very patriotic. Later, Indian army will have to go to rescue the Chinese from the tribals of northeast. Keema banakar kha lenge. They will eat you alive. I mean, I'm telling to the Chinese as well as to the Bengalis here. Bangladeshi Bengalis, just in case. So if you notice, when the CA protest was going on, the statement made by that Dash was, block this, northeast can be separated from India. Almost after a couple of years, same statement being made by Bangladesh, so-called Professor Yunus. Do you think this is coincidence? Anti-India forces are at work. There is no doubt. There is a tremendous system that is running just to ensure that India breaks, either here or there or somewhere. It is there. There is no doubt about it. And openly telling hum, what is it? Afsal hum शर्मिंदा है तेरे कातिल जिंदा है हिंदुस्तान तेरे टुकड़े टुकड़े कर देंगे. But for newspapers like the Hindu, all this comes under freedom of speech and expression. It is okay if they have to express it. That is for a healthy democracy. No. Every fundamental right comes with reasonable restriction. Your freedom of speech and expression should not come at the cost of the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of the nation. That's the point here. And in this one matter, we have to actually appreciate the Supreme Court, because Supreme Court is also very clear in this. Internal security ka mamla, defense ka mamla, we will allow the government to take the call. Getting the point here? We'll allow the government to take the call. UAPA included provisions for a tribunal which has to confirm within 6 months the notification declaring an outfit unlawful. So if any outfit is called unlawful, that outfit or that association can file an appeal in a tribunal. From 2013, the period of proscription has been extended to 5 years. That is, if an organization is banned, initially it was 2, now it is 5 years. 2004 amendments were also aimed at giving effect to various anti-terrorism resolutions of United Nations Security Council. Anti-terrorism resolutions of UN Security Council, to give effect to that, even we made our terrorism laws very, very strong. Tribunal is actually a court which works on the principles of natural justice, generally for specific purpose. For example, you have National Green Tribunal, which only looks into environmental cases. You have Central Administrative Tribunal, which is only meant for central civil servants and all India civil servants. That is IPS, IAS, IFS. For what? Any career related issues, that is your promotion, maybe your increment or a suspension, a transfer. All these, if you want to challenge or you want some relief, means you will go to the CAT first. Similarly, at the state level, each state government, under each state, you also have a state administrative tribunal which is meant for all the state officers. So this image is not there in the PDF. India does not ratify individual UN Security Council resolutions. Binding Security Council resolutions adopted under Chapter 7 are legally binding on all UN member states, including India. That means whatever is given, any resolution given as per Chapter 7 are legally binding on all the UN member states. So there is nothing called separately doing anything. Through domestic measures may be required for their implementation. Yeah. Various amendments were made to bring UAPA in line with what? UAPA in line with various requirements of the Financial Action Task Force, an intergovernmental body to combat money laundering and terrorism financing. So UAPA, you must understand, UAPA is such a broad law that covers almost every aspect of security detailing, which will affect the country directly or indirectly, including terrorism financing and money laundering. So that is why UAPA is such a very big, broad ambit law. An organization is banned under it or an individual gets arrested under it, you're done. Your future, your fate is sealed. Clear? 2019, the Act was amended to empower the government to designate individuals as terrorists. So initially, a remand order can be for 30 days instead of the usual 15, and the maximum period of judicial custody before the filing of a charge sheet is extendable from the usual 90 days to 180 days. The judicial custody simply means, so person is arrested, produced in front of the magistrate. Depending upon the nature of the crime or whatever, person is sent to judicial custody, which simply means what? 14 days, 30 days, etc. The person will be sent to sub jail till the trial starts. 14 day, 30 day, whatever, they'll be in jail. All right. That is judicial custody. So if the police has to interrogate the person, police will have to take the permission of the magistrate and then go to the sub jail, do the questioning, etc. But let us say the person is not cooperating. Because sub jail, right? I am the cop. I have come there. Now I am going on asking question. You are not answering to me. Because you also know it very well. You are a seasoned thief. You know it very well that, okay, I have limited powers here. Now what will I do? I'll go back to the magistrate, file a fresh petition that I want you for under police custody. I'll ask for 5 days. Court will probably give me 2 days. I really wanted only 1 day. 1 day is enough because I know how to get the truth out of you. I got you for 2 days now. That 2 days I will grill you. Grilling means it is not how they show it in the movies. Here, such bowl, ha. Nothing like that. See, human body is one of the weakest bodies out there ever designed. I'm not joking. To punch anywhere towards your torso area, that can easily break your rib. And that broken rib can penetrate any internal organ and cause bleeding. Police custody, when you take somebody, what are you doing there? You torture them, not allowing them to sleep. Or you'll make them probably eat biryani, but you won't give them water. So you will be like, you'll go on be like talking to them, but going on asking the same question again and again and again, where you psychologically break them. Not that you beat them up, such bowl, ahoo. Because like I told you, you do that, person will die. 1 or 2 punch, well placed punch is enough, a human being will die. That delicate is a human being's body. Got the point here? So, Financial Action Task Force, FATF. Financial Action Task Force is again an intergovernmental body that was established by the G7 in 1989, which is headquartered in Paris. Now, these topics, if you really see, repeatedly asked in the PYQs. This year also in PYQ, when I was quickly scanning through the paper, I found one question, crowding out effect. So FATF also, it was asked in the PYQ. So that is why we are revisiting it again. Started by G7, 1989, intergovernmental body. What is its purpose? To prevent money laundering and terrorism financing. Develop international standards through its FATF recommendation. Conduct mutual evaluations to assess compliance and effectiveness. Monitors high-risk jurisdictions. 40 members are there, covering 38 jurisdictions and 2 regional organizations. The regional organizations are European Commission and Gulf Cooperation Council. Pakistan has often come under this grey list. Grey list means if a country comes under grey list means that means they are involved in terrorist financing or money laundering. They need to take effective steps now. It's like a warning. You better take effective steps to ensure that this money laundering and terrorist financing is not happening. Even after giving the warning, if they don't listen, then finally they'll be put into the blacklist. North Korea, Iran were in the blacklist. I think they are even still now in the blacklist only. Pakistan was in the grey list, but now it is out of it. Clear? Under section 43D5 of the Act, bail cannot be granted to a suspect if the court is of the opinion that there are reasonable grounds to believe that the charges are prima facie true. Prima facie means in the first instance. I'm just quickly scanning through the document. I'm saying, okay, case is looking very strong. Evidence is there, audio evidence is there, visual evidence is there, every evidence is there of this are the things that they have done. Then what? I will deny the bail. Supreme Court judgment on this has clarified that this meant that the court considering bail should not examine the evidence too deeply, but must go by the prosecution version based on broad probabilities. This means onus is on the accused to show that the case is false, but without inviting the court to evaluate the available evidence. This is why human rights defenders feel that the provision is draconian, virtually rendering it impossible for anyone to obtain bail until the completion of the trial. Look at the framing of the Hindu paper. You know, I don't have that money. Otherwise, I would have started my own newspaper by now. Always it is for the terrorists that the Hindu will keep crying. Always. The interesting thing is we have such tough laws in our country where you won't get bail that easily, and even then people are working against the country. Why I put this sentence here means this is something which you will not write in your mains exam. Human rights activists, बिचारे लोग कैसे bail लेंगे? मत लो. If the security agencies have arrested you under UAPA, there should be some reason for it. As simple as that. Clear? India's justice system, again, data, which is again from the last week's PDF. Just go through it. India's justice system, underfunded, understaffed, overburdened. How many justice spending across high GDP states? India's per capita spending on justice component. Policing takes the lion's share. High workload, judges per 10 lakh population, prisons overcrowded, legal aid, skewed funding, arrests and marginalization, human rights oversight, severely under-resourced. That means this entire thing, this one poster is enough to literally write any answer when it comes to issues regarding justice system in India. Clear? Racial slurs and caste census. So for this, what you're going to do is first you will be reading the NCSC chapter, National Commission on Scheduled Castes chapter from Lakshmikant. That one job you will do, which is your homework. Now the issue was basically to do with the Valmiki community. Now the Valmiki community, instead of using their proper whatever Valmiki as their name, racial slurs were used to register their caste name. Racial slur. Slur means it is like an abusive word. Some of the abusive words in every language in India I'm talking about. The bad words that we talk about, those bad words origin, if you see, it all comes from caste name, especially the lower caste name. Now again, for this also I will get flack for that one video where I said that OBC, SC, ST, the atrocities faced by them, etc., etc. Many people like, you don't know ground level reality, you don't know that reality, you don't know this reality. Bhai, if you are preparing for government exam, I can only go by data. I agree, reservation is there. I also agree, there are OBCs, there are SCs, there are STs who are actually very rich, maybe borderline filthy rich. But give me the number. Because the data tells me OBC, SC, ST are underrepresented. Legislature, executive, judiciary, and professional services like engineer, doctor, chartered accountant, teachers, lawyers, everywhere if you see, OBC, SC, ST numbers are very, very low. That is what the Akadas are telling me. The facts, the figures, anybody can check. The only place where OBC, SC, ST dominate the general category. Safai Karamcharis. That is the only job, or rather, other equivalent group C or D job. There you will find OBC, SC, STs more than general category. Group B, Group A onwards, it is entirely dominated by general category. This is the Akada. That is also the reason why government is still continuing with the reservation policy. Because policies are not decided by feelings. It is decided by numbers. If the number is there, policy will be made. Number is not there, policy won't be made. It is as simple as that. Got the point? NHRC and transgender. Removal of self-perceived gender identity. What is your homework? Read NHRC from Lakshmikant again. NHRC recommendation include in Census 2027 intersex, trans men and trans women. Intersex. Both or one? Like what is it? I don't know. Definition of it, if you try to find it out, you yourself are going to get confused. Trans men means what? Half men. Trans woman means what? Half women. NHRC had issued a notice basically telling that how can you remove self-perceived gender identity. That is, I am a man, but tomorrow morning I wake up and I say, oh my God, I'm feeling like a woman. Wow. That's my perception. So then suddenly I'll become a woman then. And I will be registered under what? Maybe trans woman. This stupidity had happened in USA and Europe. Where at the peak of this madness, They basically said that there are more than 250 genders. Self-perceived gender identity, right? So you can say anything. I feel like a penguin. Ah, you're a penguin. I am a female fox. Oh, ah, okay. Like that, literally 250 genders. Even more better. Those of you who watched Family Man will know. Instead of she came, he went. It will be they came, they went. Because it is discriminatory to use he and she. How dare you assume my gender? That's how they talk. Arey, you're looking like a female, so what else will I think? Looking at you, I thought you are a female, so I addressed you as I thought you are a she. This is the madness. So I had the opportunity of meeting somebody like that in India, who actually one of my very close friend told that don't use she and her. I was like, why? Because I was seriously thinking I made a grammar mistake. Why? No, they are they like to be addressed as they, them, etc. I was like, so when should I use that they and them? Like in which sentence? So should I say call, instead of call her, should I say call they or call them? So the person was explaining me also suddenly went a little blank. I mean, imagine, itne mushkil se I have finally found how to speak English. Grammar. Now also I make a lot of mistakes. Somehow I have managed to make sense out of English grammar. And now पूरा का पूरा English grammar का फालूड़ा बना दिया है. Call them. How many people? Only one. Call them. Or call they. Call they. Call they. Instead of call her, call they. Obviously, me being me, I was like, I openly started calling her, Beti idhar aao. Beti. And she came also. Because for a minute, even she forgot. Oh my God, my perceived gender identity. That's the point. Half of them actually require one tight slap. Another half requires counseling. This is what it is. I'm actually fine. Let us create a totally third category, like male or female. Second, all the rest. डाल दो यहां पर. No issues. Olympics you want to conduct. You want to conduct any other sporting event, acting, movies, schools. Do it. No issues. आप लोग अपने जगह रहो, हम यहां पर रहेंगे. So you know that Pride Month is there, where they will put up all these rainbow colors. Jaga jaga jao, you will find these rainbow colors. Women at least will look pretty, because obviously they'll have blue colored hair, red colored hair. They will be looking nice. Borderline hot. I mean, come on. Nice lipstick, mascara, everything they will put. Still, you can, okay. You'll be like, okay, that is still digestible. Imagine a man doing that. A man, burly man, with body hair. I mean, it is okay to have body hair. But with that body hair, he's wearing a bra. And then he's wearing a panty, in which you can literally make out all of his anatomy. Whatever God has given him is hanging out. And this Pride Month happens. In India, we are yet to see that level of nonsense happening. US and Europe, this is there. Getting the point here? XYZ sexualities. See, it is easy to say all this. Finally, when you actually take up, it is basically what? Pelvic bones, it is there or not. That is how history is going to judge you. When they finally dig out your bones, do you have pelvic area? Did you have broader hips or narrow hips? That's it. Your bone structure will define you what it is. Simple as it is. Oh yeah, bracelet is in another room. And if I had to go there means my son won't allow me to come back. EPF details in WhatsApp, that is the next thing. That is, I have told this is to all the public administration students. So WhatsApp governance is the future. Andhra Pradesh have already started it to the point where your OBC certificate, etc., caste-based certificate, income certificate, etc., can be applied through WhatsApp. I don't know whether the system has been brought into effect, but eventually it will be there. Got the point? Why they do like that, God knows. I have no idea. I can understand a woman getting attracted to another woman, because for women it is not about the physical attraction. It is like somebody where they can share their emotions, somebody who is soft and understanding. Many a times, many women will find that comfort with another female. I can understand that perfectly. But I don't understand, being born as a man, how can you not get attracted to a female? And I'm happy that I don't understand it also. Check the PF balance, claim status information to subscribers, withdrawals through UPI, Nidhi Aapke Nikat, program of EPFO, reduce the number of pending cases in consumer courts. WhatsApp will ensure whether the subscriber's number is linked to the universal account number. Clear? WhatsApp will ensure whether the subscriber's number is linked to the universal account number. EPFO, established in 1952. Secure financial future of India's workforce. 3 flagship schemes are the Employees Provident Fund Scheme 1952, the Employees Pension Scheme 1995, the Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme 1976. EPFO comes under Ministry of Labour and Employment. Again, completely prelims perspective. Clear, people? Smart border. Now the smart border concept will be unveiled soon for the Pakistan and Bangladesh borders, powered by advanced technology, drones, radars, cameras, and other technical resources. That means including AI will be used here. Make Pakistan and Bangladesh borders impregnable, plug gaps in border security, deter infiltration, smuggling, and cross-border crime, ensure safety, stability, and sovereignty. Demography mission has been announced. Demography mission again means people who have come there illegally and settled there. Now, Home Minister Amit Shah has made it very, very clear. Those of you who live by yourself, no action will be taken. But if the force finds you, you will be literally thrown out. That is what it is. Making it very, very clear. Identify the infiltration routes. Share the information with the BSF. Plugging gaps, strengthening every meter in Pakistan as well as in Bangladesh. CA and passport. Applicants seeking citizenship. Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 should declare a valid or expired passport from Pakistan, Afghanistan or Bangladesh under Schedule 1C. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. Who are the people who have come from there who will get citizenship? The persecuted minorities. Notified by the Ministry of Home Affairs on Monday, Matua community resides in West Bengal. Okay. Many members of the Matua community migrated from Bangladesh during different periods. Read that again. Many members of the Matua community migrated from Bangladesh during different periods. Old PDF. Visit the old PDF. Then they will be put in detention centers. Matua community have come in different time periods. In other words, frame it simply na. Most of the members of Matua community are illegal immigrants who have entered the country. But look at the sentence structuring of our darling newspaper, The Hindu. Many Matuas lack sufficient documentation required for citizenship application under the CAA. CAA rules became effective on March 11, 2024. Applicants under the Act must declare themselves as foreigners. Applicants must submit documents issued by government authorities in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, or Pakistan. Local priests or locally reputed community institutions to issue certificates confirming the applicant's religion. The Citizenship Amendment Act provides citizenship eligibility to 6 non-Muslim communities. And those are Hindus, Sikhs, Parsis, Jains, Buddhists and Christians. Migrants from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan who entered India before December 31, 2014, they will be eligible if they are from any of these persecuted minorities. And they have valid documents also to prove that they are from that part. And also that they have a valid or an expired passport and they are ready to surrender it as per Schedule 1C of CAA Act. Their citizenship will get confirmed. Surrender to the senior superintendent of post or superintendent of post within 15 days of citizenship. Post as in post office. Birth and death rates. This is also there in last week's PDF. SRS. Sample registration survey. Alright, this is there in last week's PDF. So I had made a video again. Now let's something. Keeping a cat to guard the fish. Some of the topics I remember last week it was all mostly like science and tech topics. So we had not discussed the polity topics or society topics that time. This week we are discussing it. India's demographic momentum, I had told it very clearly in one of my earlier video that the population is declining. Birth rate in India, which was 21 in 2014, that is per 1000 population. Now it has come down to 18.3 in 2024. Death rate in India from 6.7 per 1000 to 6.4 because improved medical facilities. Median age is currently 29.2. Roughly average age if you take, it is close to 30 years. China's it is already 40.2. That means if at all we will overtake China in terms of growth, it will be only because why? China has a old age, like relatively larger old age population. Already they are at 40. In another 20 years, what will happen? Average age, minimum 50 it will touch. Correct. We will be still relatively younger that time. Youth power. India has approximately 370 to 380 million youth. That is easily somewhere like 37 to 38 crore. Alright. What is that one mistake which every aspirant does? Not doing anything in life other than UPSC. That is the only mistake. Very quickly, people, just let me tell you this also before we move on. One student of mine, now she is going to Netherlands because after one attempt, after giving her full one attempt, she understood this exam is a scam. She basically said this doesn't work because I worked really hard. I did not sleep. I did not eat. So I'm going to Netherlands now to do my post-doctorate thesis. She is rich. She can do that. Parents are supportive. Both the parents are working. They have the money. They will send their daughter. You look at yourself first. If you are from a middle class, lower middle class family like mine, where the parents, you know, बहुत मुश्किल से इकट्ठा किए हुए पैसों के साथ you are doing this preparation, so-called preparation. My only advice to you is get a job. First attempt doesn't work out, okay. Second attempt onwards, your first and foremost priority is the philosophy of bio. Bio. What is bio? Buy your own underwear. You will be financially independent to the point where first thing that you will buy with your own money will be your own underwear. Then you go on to change the country, change the society, change the district. This much of responsibility you take first. After that, you give your second to whichever attempt you are having. 8th, 6th, whatever. Clear? Moving on now. Population below 35 years. So this age you note down, okay, 15 to 29 years, 38 crore. And that is the reason why all of us are suffering. 15 to 20. Now I am no more 29, obviously. I am on the other side, going to it 38. But this is the age period. This is also the age where maximum suicides are also happening. 15 to 29 years is the age bracket. That again, that image is there in the in your PDF. 15 to 29, the main cause of death is suicide. I mean, not at all surprising. Age 15 is what? 10th standard. 29th is what? UPSC. बीच का एक 17 है जहां पर नीट, IIT, JEE ये सब आता है. All that you somehow manage to survive from 30 to 40, you have a high chance of dying thanks to non-communicable diseases. मतलब अगर समाज आपको खुदकुशी की तरफ धक्का नहीं देगा, whatever stress etc you somehow gained, that will finalize your antim sanskar in this age, 30 to 40. Got the point here? Andhra Pradesh. Fertility and family incentives. Key facts at a glance. Total fertility rate has declined from 3 in the 90s to today it is only at 1.5. That is why they are basically, sorry, continue to try out. Proposed incentive for third child 30,000. Proposed incentive for fourth child 40,000. See, one time if somebody gives you 30,000 for the third child, 30,000 you got. Oh, third child is born. That is only that time, right? What about the schooling? What about the higher education? UPSC preparation, NEET preparation. It is not easy. I have friends again who have decided not to have children because they are basically like, yeah, look at the expenses. Like, how the hell are they going to manage? Because they are like, right now, they are at a comfortable life they are having. Around 10,000 will go for their monthly daru. Another 20, 30,000 will go for makeup, beauty parlor, etc. They want to maintain that lifestyle. 10,000 mein school fees won't come. 20-30,000 mein, I don't know. Maybe school fees can come. Per month I am talking about. They are not ready to sacrifice their lifestyle for a child, even for the first child. So Andhra Pradesh government's idea that, okay, for third child we will give you 30,000, fourth child will give you 40,000. This may only work with the lower income groups. अरे तीसरे बच्चे के लिए इतना मिलेगा, they may go and have it. That's it. Other than that, nothing. Free education until the age of 18. 1,000 monthly support for 5 years. Talliki Vandanam scheme currently provides 15,000 per child for school attendance. Proposed incentives are unlikely to offset the 18-year cost of raising an additional child. That is the point here. Poor families, etc. may actually come and take it up because they are like, okay, these things are the, let us take it up. But in the long run, will it actually lead to the upper class or the empowered women, etc., to actually go ahead and marry? Women who are empowered, they are not ready to have even a single child. Forget having child, they are not ready to get married. So it won't be that easy to reverse this. Clear? See, absolute numbers wise, if you take, the population is very, very high. But if you look at it overall, it is not increasing. See, already the median age, we are no more a young society. You cannot call somebody who is 30 years as, wow, he's so young. No, 30 years means he has hit half age. He's a middle-aged guy. Got the point here? 30 is middle age. So 15 to 30, 29 years, it is only 38 crore. Population is actually at 145, 147 crore it is. Got the logic here? Office of Registrar General of India is primarily responsible for the following activities. So, what are the 5 activities that RGI does? Housing and population census, civil registration system, sample registration system. SRS is an important source of vital rates like birth rate, death rate, infant mortality rate, and maternal mortality rate. So, birth rate, death rate, infant mortality rate, and maternal mortality rate. National population register. Mother tongue survey. So, 5 things RGI does. Important, note it down. All these are from the so-called government website से हमने सवाल ले लिया है UPSC chairman. Disability and Indian prisons. So, Indian prisons, Registrar General of India. Adopt a child is very, very rare. It is actually these days you are having these so-called proud dog parent. That is what it is. In the olden days and all, you used to have a dog to guard, to protect. So dog was more like a reflection of your personality. Today it is like kuchi kuchi ku, nyu nyu nyu, that sort of a thing. I mean, I have nothing against it, but yeah. So it went into this cutie dogs. From cutie dogs, it has gone into dog parenting. It won't be produced, pa. I'm telling you, as society progresses, keeps on progressing, women gets education, women get jobs, they will not prefer to marry. It is as simple as that. And as usual, don't come telling me, but sir, men are also dying. You are not talking about the men who are dying in marriage. I agree with that. Men are dying, getting killed in marriages. I mean, drums, blue color, green color. Girls are, the wives are also offering. कलर तुम चुनो, ब्लू कलर चाहिए या ग्रीन कलर. ड्रम तो ड्रम के अंदर तुम्हें जाना ही पड़ेगा. दैट इज देयर. बट लेट मी टेल यू द रफ आंकड़ा हियर. द नंबर ऑफ मेन that killed in a year. By women, okay, in a year is less than the women who get killed by men in a month. Got the point here? I only go by facts, people. I only go by facts. So, women, you have to up your game. You see, men kill more women in a month than what you kill totally in a year. So, come on. We want to see more variety. हनीमून के पहले आप किसी को अगर मार सकते हैं, like before marriage, can you murder somebody? At the time of first night, can you murder somebody? During honeymoon, after honeymoon, like that, different varieties we are expecting. Disability and Indian prisons. The point here is disability is not actually treated with empathy or compassion in Indian prisons. All right. Anju, Google. Sir, please, sir. What is the please? Men are simple. What men are simple? Lunatic and noisy. That means disabled people are actually categorized as lunatic. Lunatic means somebody who is mad. Noisy, that is differently able. Some people will be mentally challenged also are there who are arrested and kept in jail. There are no separate provision for them. Exceptions are the jails in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. A very bizarre case is the case of Stan Swami. He had Parkinson's disease. I told you, people with Parkinson's disease, the peak of the disease and all, they won't be able to hold anything. Straw and all, they won't be able to hold anything. So he requested for a straw because he was not able to hold the glass. So he wanted a straw. They did not give it to him. Because for giving the straw, you need orders for it. By the time the order, etc., came, court order came, the person, Stan Swami, he died in the jail. What's going on here? Stephen Hawking. Yeah. Research and development, again, just akhdas only. So in research and development also, what we are seeing is the R&D. See, first of all, you must know one thing, that India spends just 0.7% of their GDP for what? Research and development. And China overtook USA in terms of research and development, the money spent. I think it was some 400 or 700 billion dollars. I'm not able to remember it correctly. But bottom line is, I think China spends somewhere around 3 to 4% of their GDP. So if anybody asks me, sir, will China be able to overtake India? My answer will be no. Not for another 20 years easily. Because in 20 years, what will happen is China will have majority, more than 50% of their population will be what? Old. So they won't be having youngsters anymore. Then maybe we will be able to overtake. Then maybe. But when it comes to research and development, etc., China is already doing a smart job here. That is the reason why China is pushing for more and more AI robots. So maybe by then what will happen is China will literally be having the country itself, majority of the places, including policing, will be taken over by AI robots. Even in the army, in the military, we can expect what? Indian soldiers will have to face AI robots. But that's for the future. In addition to that, what is the other thing? The research and development in India is not at all supportive to women. When it comes to maternity benefit, etc., it is not easy. So 43% of the faculties in higher education institutions are female faculty. So we should bring more gender equality in R&D. $500 billion. All right. Do you even teach in Bangalore? Yes, I do. Done. Take up a private job, then do whatever you want. First thing is financial independence. After that, do whatever. It is my dream, it is my sapna, it is my apana, whatever. First, money. That is what I meant. Financial independence means first buy your own stuff. Buy it first. Protest against tree felling. That is there in the read the article and mark the places mentioned in Atlas. This is there in your last week's current affair actually. So only place names are there. So read it, mark it. That's it. It was similar to the Chipko movement. So one thing this government, especially our darling central government, is doing is cutting trees royally. Royally giving permission for it. Wahan kato, ye kato, wo kato, sab kato. Brilliant. So I don't know how many of you are in Delhi right now. Some dusty storms, etc. have increased. You have to thank the government for it. Because Aravallis are going on getting destroyed. The desert sand is now easily getting lifted up. Wind is bringing it. So Delhi walo, enjoy. Alright. India's peak energy demand. India's electricity demand reaches new heights. Stronger grid, greater challenges ahead. New record, 256.1 gigawatt. Now, all said and done, Bangalore right now, fantastic weather. I'm not joking. Morning sunlight is there, which ensures that all your wet clothes get dried. There is nothing more pathetic than your undergarments not getting dried up. Got the point? Number 2, night it will rain. Raining. Slightly. Gentle breeze. You can sleep peacefully. But that is not the case in many parts of North India. UP, MP, Delhi regions, etc. Many places are reporting water shortage, power cuts. Because of peak electricity demand, it is tripping. Clear? Hyderabad as well. El Nino is waiting for us. Correct? Yende Devame. Who is this Arva Zimal? You are a girl and you are stalking a guy. Interesting. They are planting a tree for every dot ball. My dear Pavitran, the number of trees that they are cutting is on a regular and almost on a daily basis. The forests that they are destroying, the natural forests which have actually stood the test of time, that they are destroying. One dot ball, we will actually plant one tree. If they're so much interested, put BCCI, bring BCCI under the tax bracket and take away 30% of their revenue under tax. Utilize, put that money straight away into a forestation fund. Then it will make sense. One dot ball anta. Poof. Higher peak demand was registered on May 19 and May 20. Nearly one-third of peak electricity demand on April 25 was met through renewable energy. What is peak demand, etc.? Demand on the rise. India's peak electricity demand increased by 37% over last 5 years. Strengthening the power system since last decade. 76% increase in generation capacity, 47% increase in transmission. Transformation capacity is 115%. Gujarat and Karnataka comfortably meet daytime peak demand because of high solar power generation. Statewide snapshot. Tamil Nadu benefits from high wind power generation. Punjab has limited renewable energy capacity, depends heavily on hydro imports and short-term market purchases. Renewable energy share in installed power capacity. March 2005, renewable energy share was 0.72%. Now it is around 42.4. Coal share in installed capacity. March 2005, it was 58.7. Now it has come down to 42.2. Electricity generation, April 2026. From renewables, it is only 15.8. From coal, 71.8. Correct. Coal's electricity generation share, 76.2. March 2019. In my full experience, first time I'm seeing a girl stalking her ex-boyfriend. If that is true also, by the way. I mean, flabbergasted. New power capacity additions in India. Since 2017, renewable energies have gone up since 2018. See, I'll tell you one thing very simple here. Installed power capacity 42, coal capacity has come down. All that is true. But if you actually see how much electricity is getting generated from this is the reality. It is just 16% that is coming from renewable. More than 70% it is still from what? Coal. Arva, if you are a real person, he has moved on already. Understand. He has moved on. Now you are trying to use that as a reason, thinking that, okay, if I get into UPSC, he will start regretting it. Are you expecting that he is looking at you right now? China, cleaner power mix, cleaner mobility, lower oil demand. Oil and gas in China's power mix is just 4%. EVs and hybrids, it is more than 50%. EVs and hybrids reducing China's oil demand by 1 million plus barrels per day. That is why China is not actually affected by any of the Strait of Hormuz issue. Whereas in our country, our finance minister has made it very clear. Fuel, forex, and one more F. What is the other F? She initiated. Good one, Suman. Touche. Did you meet Sampati, ma'am? Yes, I met. What is the third F? Anybody who has been following current affairs? 3 Fs are there. Yeah, fertilizer. Correct. Fuel, you know. It is basically what? Crude oil, coal, natural gas, all this. None of it, we have it with us in plentiful quantity. So that is Gaia. So this will give a high import will for which we need to pay the dollars. Dollars which we are having less in quantity. So we have to what? We take the dollars what is already there in the forex reserve for import. Because if I don't use it, then what will happen is rupee has already touched 96. Like I already said, before June end, it will probably hit 100. Clear? Fertilizer. Fertilizers also, if you see, one of the major component there for its manufacture, again it is natural gas, especially urea, which again increases imported fertilizers price, which is important for agriculture. And if agriculture is already going to be affected thanks to El Nino, monsoon is going to be very poor. So agricultural output is going to be reduced. That means there is a very good chance that food price will shoot up. Already petrol and diesel prices are shooting up this side. Food price also shoots up. Months ahead of us are not at all looking great. Clear? Bioenergy. This is where bioenergy comes into place. Now, what is bioenergy? India produces nearly 750 million tons of agricultural biomass every year. Almost like agricultural waste or residue. Approximately 230 million metric tons of this agricultural biomass is surplus biomass. It is like additional. Efficient utilization of surplus biomass could actually potentially replace nearly 1/3 of India's fuel import. That is this biomass that is there. If you convert it into compressed biogas, CBG, compressed biogas, which also contains methane, and it is very, very similar to what? Natural gas. There is hardly any difference between the two. That means this CBG can be utilized as CNG. That is compressed natural gas. Use it as a fuel in vehicles. Then you can also use it as what? PNG, piped natural gas, in city gas distribution. That means in households. This you can use. Got the point here? So, gasification, turning dry waste into clean energy. What are the suitable things here? Crop residue, husk, woody waste, solid organic waste. Outputs of gasification is syngas, mainly contains carbon monoxide, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, methane and other gases. Biochar, which improves soil quality, supports carbon sequestration. That means storing carbon, which means it is even good for reducing overall carbon dioxide presence in the atmosphere. Then TAR, stars, byproduct that can be further processed. How is the gasification process done? First you will dry it so that moisture is removed. Pyrolysis is done. Biomass is heated in the absence of oxygen. Then limited oxygen is introduced while it is still burning. Then what happens? The chemical reaction produces syngas. Syngas can be used for generating heat and electricity, convert it into renewable methane, produce methanol, produce ethanol, produce hydrogen. Now, hydrogen we know, you can use it for hydrogen fuel cell. Ethanol and methanol, again, you can mix it with petrol and diesel so that we can reduce our overall crude oil import. Clear? MRI Babulu. Babulu, you are still a Babulu only. Keep spamming the chat section and show the entire world that you're a 2-year-old who has just discovered YouTube comment section. Absolutely, Suman. Rice stubble also can be used. But I'll tell you what is the problem here. Who will collect all this waste and bring it to the center? That is the point here. We need to have in every village at least, whichever major agricultural areas, let us take India's map there, Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, okay, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Bihar, West Bengal, main agricultural spots, whichever are there you need such centers where all the agricultural waste will be collected and will be deposited, and this whole process will happen. For that, coordination is required. Who will collect it? Who will go and drop it there? That's the $1 million question. Very good. Govardhan scheme. Suitable for organic sewage, food waste, animal manure, industrial organic waste. How anaerobic digestion works. Microorganisms break down organic matter in the absence of oxygen. Waste is then converted into biogas and digest state. Biogas and nutrient-rich digest state. That nutrient-rich digest state, you can use it in soil. You can even give it as feed for poultry. Nutrition byproduct is used as soil. Mainly biogas, mainly composed of methane and carbon dioxide. Gasification versus anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion, you can use it for generally for wet waste. Gasification for dry waste. Then what is the process there? I have broken it down. You can watch it. Read it. So this is where the scheme comes. Well, let me tell you, UPSC is not everything. Sometimes you should not just read the scheme there. Sometimes you should apply your brains and see the scheme is there as an offer from the side of the government. Why shouldn't I try it out? Me and my friends in the village, let me try this out. I am going to introduce one such scheme to you. Alright, listen to it very carefully. SATAT, Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation. 1st October 2018 it was launched. Why? For production of compressed biogas from various waste or biomass sources and for promoting its use along with natural gas by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Fine. We understood the ministry. When is it launched? 2018. SATAT. ठीक है. Now, paddy straw, municipal solid waste, press mud from the sugar industry and cattle dung or poultry litter. Paddy straw. Municipal solid waste. Now, obviously, if you are in a village area, municipal solid waste won't be there. Press mud from sugar industry. That is the final output. Cattle dung. या फिर poultry का litter. Excreta from the poultry. Alright. Sai Kumar has also come. Wonderful, wonderful. I was missing you, man. Chemically similar. You are here to spam only now. Why you want to study? Chemically similar to natural gas. Note this. Scheme entails inviting expression of interest by PSU oil marketing companies from potential entrepreneurs to set up compressed biogas production plants and make available CBG in the market for use as an automotive and industrial fuel. That is, if you and few of your friends can actually set up a proper biogas plant. Let us say large ground you have. You dig the mud, everything, put up the plant there, get all this cow dung, etc. Cow dung, paddy straw, mud from the sugar plant, whatever waste you can get, even food waste, whatever you can get from your village area, put it into that plant and generate biogas means you can send an expression of interest to the oil marketing companies telling that we will sell biogas to you. They will come and they will do the remaining. So when they come for it, you can basically tell, we have already invested this much. We need this much of money. If you want, we will give you the entire planned ownership. We will give it to you. You people only run it. Give us this much money. Demand crores. Settle in life. Buy your Audi, BMW and Benz. Sit inside that and say, money is not everything. Zindagi mein khushi chahiye. Give an interview. This is what you should be doing, people. Use your brains. The EOI is available on the website of Indian Oil and other OMCs. So this is again part of the India's commitment to the Paris Agreement. Such plays an important role in contributing to country's carbon reduction. This I already explained. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy notified central financial assistance of rupees 4 crore per 4,800 kilo of CBG per day generated from 12,000 cubic meters of biogas per day with a maximum of rupees 10 crore per project. So Satat, if you actually see, that is from Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. And if you are generating these quantities of biogas means, compressed biogas means, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy will give you additional financial assistance. 4 crore per 4,800 kilo and up to a maximum of 10 crore per project. Money is everything. I'm telling you again and again. Ask any decent IAS officer, not the new ones who will put their profile everything in Insta. I'm not talking about those ones who have already served 10-15 years. They will clearly, and who have not resigned. Who have not resigned from the service yet, who joined the service in the 20s and now they are in their 30s, in my age, in and around my age now. They will basically tell it is take it only as a job. It is just a job. Only then you will survive. Reserve Bank of India has categorized CBG plants in priority sector. That means priority sector lending. Loan bhi milna आसान हो जाएगा. सोच लो. Anybody from rural area you are there, I will tell go for this. Urban area also you can set it up. But urban area, first of all, where is the place? City mein, where is the jaga? Even for a small plot of land here in Bangalore, you will have to sell both your kidneys. Still, you will not be able to pay half the money. But in village areas, it is very much possible. It is very much possible to actually set up a compressed biogas plant. So, kahin par zameen hai, etc. hai, utilize all this information, and you are also a farmer's son, let us say, son or daughter. Take that card, farmer's card, go to the bank. Go to the bank, apply loan under this, start your plant. Get all the documents necessary for this. Get it rolling. Ministry of Agriculture has included them in fertilizer control order, thus facilitating marketing of organic manure throughout India. Organic manure can be marketed throughout India. Imagine how many levels this is happening. How many ministries so far? Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas के अंदर आते हैं सतत, through which we are doing what? Compressed biogas manufacturing. Got it? Expression of interest के लिए and additional financial assistance, that is coming from whom? Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. The final organic manure that you will get out of your biogas plant, that you can market it anywhere, and it has been included in what? The fertilizer order of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Please leave, Sai Kumar. You leave. So, Fertilizer Control Order 1985 is a regulatory framework issued by Government of India under Essential Commodities Act, which basically regulates manufacture, import, sale, distribution, quality and pricing of fertilizers in India. Ensure the availability of quality fertilizers and to protect farmers. Quality standards, registration and licensing, price regulation, packaging and labeling, enforcement, penalties. These are the 6 key provisions that comes under the Fertilizer Control Order. The original order, if you are planning to take, that will actually go to 91 pages in the PDF format. This is just a summary. Again, Government of India has also introduced the Market Development Assistance Scheme in the form of rupees 1,500 per MT, per metric ton, to support marketing of organic fertilizers through fermented organic manure, liquid fermented organic manure, phosphate rich organic manure, produced as byproduct from biogas plants or compressed biogas plants set up under umbrella Gobardhan initiative. Just look at it. In other words, for a minimal level of investment, if you are from a rural area, for a minimal level of investment, you are going to be surrounded by money. Priority sector lending. From government bank, again, you will get loan. From central government, under various ministries through various initiatives, you are getting incentive. If your plant is able to produce a decent amount of biogas, that's it, done. You are in. You are in an absolute win-win situation. And I won't ask you to continue to running it. Better sell it to the oil marketing company for a nice amount. Take the money with you. Keep the money with you. That's the best thing to do. A biomass aggregation machinery. That is, aggregate means to collect and collect. CBG, CGD synchronization scheme. CBG is compressed biogas. This is city gas distribution network. GAIL has been mandated to operationalize the CBG CGD synchronization scheme and supply biogas of CBG commingled with domestic gas at uniform base price to all city gas distribution entities for use in compressed natural gas transportation and piped natural gas distribution segments. Phase-wise mandatory blending of CBG in CNG and PNG segments of CGD sector. It has already been approved by the National Biofuels Coordination Committee. These names you have to remember. Entirely prelims oriented it is. Mandatory blending obligation starts from financial 25-26. CBO will be 1%, 3%, and 4% of total CNG or PNG consumption for financial 25-26, 26-27, and 27-28 respectively. Then from 28-29 onwards, CBO will be 5%. Several states have their own initiative. So understood, people? That is what I'm telling you. Yeah. And so what I was telling you was compressed biogas. This is the main thing now. As a scheme also, it sounds really great. If you are having some amount of business sense in you, an acumen in you, or you are in a rural area where you feel that agricultural waste is not being taken care properly, this is your sure shot scheme for achieving financial independence. Clear? Water Hyacinth International Rhino Foundation is helping women, especially in the Lakhova Burchapuri Wildlife Sanctuary, which is very near to the Kaziranga Sanctuary. Not near, it is within that zone only. So they have actually taught the women water hyacinth, which is actually an invasive species, a weed it is, unwanted species, which actually affects the wetland. From water hyacinth, how can you manufacture useful products and sell it? That is what that article is about. Just read it. And obviously mark, note this down, note Kaziranga down there. Clear? Correct? Correct, Swati? Good question. Any doubts here, people? compressed biogas blending obligation, CBO. So the obligation will be 5% from 28-29. For this ongoing year, it is 3%. For 27-28, it is 4%. Okay, sedition law. So the old sedition law under CRPC was section 124A of the Indian Penal Code. But this Indian Penal Code has been replaced by the Bharatiya Nyay Suraksha Sanhita. So in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, this comes under section 152. Sedition law, even though the government earlier orally said that we will look into it, etc., under section 124A, when they brought the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, they did not make any changes to it. Section 124A became section 152 today, and the punishment also became stricter because the minimum sentence was increased to 7 years. Sedition means what? You are working against the country. All right. Not aware. How many people are reading the current affairs actually? I've only met very few people who are totally aware of government schemes. And again, whoever I have met like that, they are all people again who are into, see, like I've told this earlier also, why is it that engineers from the IT field, when they enter into agriculture, they end up making crores together? They are not farmers. They don't know ABCD of farming. Their parents were also working professionals. So they don't even have any idea who their grandparents were. Then how is it that as soon as from the IT field, they resign their job, they enter into agriculture, they start making money? Because they use science. When they buy a plot of land, they first go for what? Soil health card, which will give them a complete idea about what are the micro and macro nutrients present in the soil. Then they investigate about the weather there. Once you know the weather as well as the micro macro nutrient condition there, then you will see, okay, which are the crops / fruits that can be grown there, or vegetables. So they think long-term perspective. They don't just grow one crop. They already are into the fact that we'll do mixed farming. That they will do. And they will definitely get a cow, a couple of goats, etc. So that some natural fertilizers also can be put over there. They will hire 2-3 people. 2 or 3 people they will get. Where 2 or 3 means again husband, wife, brother, sister, like that they'll get 3 or 4 people. They won't even be having proper home. Now you tell them, I want you to maintain the farm in such condition. I will give you money. I will give you a place to stay. Nice proper house to stay. All you have to do is work in the field. They will be happily ready for it. They'll be very happy for it. And whatever crops or veggies or fruits the farmers are growing there, the IT engineers are growing there, they don't grow it looking at what the rest of the people are doing. They basically look into those crops, fruits or vegetables, which has a huge export market. They get a third party then, that like another company, packaging, processing company. They will tie up with them. They will send their crops directly there. They will do the sorting out, etc. They will pay money. They will get their return. How many Indian, Pakka, local, Desi farmers are aware of this system? Food processing industry, again, that is another industry where government is splurging money. Like by Kholo, Abhi Kholo. If you can open a food processing industry, please start it. Please open it. Government is ready to give you money for that. Again, who are the ones who are starting those food processing industries? Again, people who are aware. Traditional farmers, one of the major problem is they only believe what their father told them, what their grandfather told them. They will never budge away from that. Slightly also they won't deteriorate. IT field engineers, they have no such inhibitions. They only go by what? Least effort, maximum return. That's the idea. That and all is just a farmer who is doing, they know the land better. That is again a misconception created by the movies, I would say. Because thanks to Green Revolution, using high chemicals, chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, chemical insecticides, etc., soil has actually got degraded. The NPK ratio, N is to P is to K, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, it has absolutely gone haywire in most of the places. Farmers keep using only one fertilizer, urea. Why? Because it is cheap. Whether the land needs urea or not, that they will never check. That is the difference. Have you ever heard an IT couple or somebody from an IT field started agriculture, then they lost all their money, then they committed suicide? Have you ever heard that? Why? They use science, uses emotion. My grandfather used to do it. I will also do this like this only. No. Land changes. Land, geography, soil texture, soil nutrients, everything will change depending upon weather, depending upon what you're dumping into the soil. Clear? So I'll tell you what is the whole thing about. The sedition law, again, today it exists through section 152, where the punishment for it is also 7 years now. The Hindu is having a problem with that also. Why are you making it so strict? That means Hindu is having a problem with the UAPA law. Hindu is also having a problem with the sedition law. Clear? Rural areas are providing employment to scientific mind. Diya Chowdhury, first of all, rural areas are not providing. You are not understanding the point here. See, I am also, I believe, I would like to believe that I have a scientific mind. But I have not bought any agricultural land. You have to be interested for it. You have to have an interest for agriculture. Understand that very clearly. Not everybody who is in the IT field wants to go back and start agriculture or get into teaching, like thing like that. Many people are very happy with the corporate life. Because corporate life is what? Monday to Friday kaam karo. Saturday to Sunday daru pee lo. That is what it is. Saturday, Sunday, drink as if tomorrow it is the end of the world. Urban to rural migration will never ever happen. Urban to rural migration is only happening when you have settled in life, when you have literally made millions in the bank account. That is when people come back. Okay, now it is enough. That's again a small minority. Otherwise, majority again, when you get old, even when I get old, I won't leave the city of Bangalore. It is my favorite city. I have been to 13 countries. This is my most favorite city. I have no intention of going back anywhere. No matter what people may say. That is the reality. Only very few will go back. Rural to urban migration, obviously, you come here, you can start any job. Chandra layout, where I get one of the best shawarmas that I've ever had in my life. They are from UP. Amazing shawarma. Oof, water is coming. Sub-registrar office digitalization like Passport Seva Kendra. Sub-registrar office in Delhi will undergo drastic change where everything will be completely digitalized. Like Passport Seva Kendra it will be. Estonia, it's a country again. They have now digitalized the last thing that was in paper format, which is what? Diverse. Even that today is digitalized. India, everything is half-baked. Half-baked means we will introduce everything. This digital facility is there, that digital facility is there, but implementation is very weak. For example, e-Sanad was launched about a decade ago to facilitate legalization of personal documents for international travel, migration, and other overseas purposes. Only a limited number of states have been integrated with the e-Sanad platform. The center, even if they bring up with the best schemes, etc., to implement, okay, we will implement this digital initiative, that we will implement. States will not show any interest in it. Clear? Obviously, shawarma is not at all good for health. I know. Aravalli range, I will take it up next class. EAG, Empowered Action Group. Empowered Action Group, if you actually see, it is a very old news covering 8 states: Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan, UP, Uttarakhand. These states again, sometimes in some, Assam features sometimes in this list, in some cases. Why these particular states are called Empowered Action Group? Because one, their population is very high. There are multiple demographic challenges there because human development is not at all up to the mark. High fertility rate, that means women are treated as baby manufacturing machines. High maternal mortality rate, high IMR. Mark it in your PDF. Clear? STQC, Standardization Testing and Quality Certification Directorate, which is an attached office of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. It is the organization for quality assurance services in the field of, so quality assurance in the field of electronics and information technology. They do testing, calibration, IT and e-governance, certification and capacity building to public as well as private organizations. So that is the important point here. Even though it is a government body, a separate directorate, and as an attached office of Ministry of Information, Electronics and Information Technology, they will test, calibrate, and give quality assurance not only for public but even private organizations. Clear? Reputation in the field of quality management system, information security management system, and information technology service management. I've given the details of this EAG in detail in that. 8 states, your Bihar is here only though. The color was not clear. When you talk about a states list which are like really backward, Bihar will be there in that list. Goes without saying. Infant mortality rate, Satish. Again, these are all for your information. What and all STQC does, FYI. Go through it because it has been mentioned. Next thing is Aeronautical Development Agency, ADA. It is an autonomous body under Department of Defense Research and Development. DDRD, not DRDO. DDRD. That comes under the Ministry of Defense. Headquartered in Bengaluru, Karnataka, functions as a society under the Department of Defense Research and Development and is responsible for research, design, development and management of military aircraft and related aeronautical technologies. Researching, designing, developing and managing. I have enough brothers in my life, man. All right. And I need to take care of my students here who are depending on this to clear the exam. You people who have come here for can continue with your ADA is the principal design and development agency for India's LCA. What is it? Principal Design and Development Agency. ADA designed and developed Hindustan Aeronautic Limited Tejas light combat aircraft for the Indian Air Force. HAL is the principal manufacturing and production partner. Manufacturing and production is done by whom? HAL. Researching it, designing it, developing it, managing it, that is done by Aeronautical Development Agency. Tejas program, while ADA serves as the program coordinator. ADA is currently helping developing the HAL Tejas Mark II and advanced an advanced medium weight fighter aircraft intended to succeed earlier Tejas variants. ADA is leading the development of the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft AMCA, India's planned fifth generation stealth fighter aircraft program. ADA is also developing the twin engine deck based fighter TEDBF, a carrier based twin engine fighter aircraft for the Indian Navy. Carrier means aircraft carriers are there, the long ones, which are basically like platforms going on sea. So uske liye ADA works in collaboration with HAL, Defense Research and Development Organization laboratories, academic institutions, public and private sector industries for aircraft development programs. All right. അടുത്തത് improving coastal security. So, Union Ministry of Home Affairs plans to bring nearly 1,200 fishing harbors and fishing landing sites under security oversight framework of CISF. Few months ago, again, I told you to bring almost all the airports also completely under CISF. That topic was that. Now, CISF's strength is importance is increasing. But understand one thing, it is oversight framework. CISF is not proposed to be physically deployed at all fishing harbors and landing sites. Landing sites means where boats, ships, etc. will land. Oversight it will be. Oversight means they will be the ones managing it. Like what should be there, what should not be there. Local police, local authorities, etc., the state, etc., can deploy it. Whatever local forces they have. Mostly police. Proposed security framework includes biometric attendance system for regulating the movement of fisher folk. Biometric attendance of all the local fishermen there. Clear? Yeah. So which are the states again? West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Kerala, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Daman and Diu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep. Fishing harbors and landing sites in India are managed by both state government. Yeah, this is the next favorite area of UPSC. Fishing harbor and landing sites, they are managed by both. That means state government and union government. State governments are responsible for post-construction management, maintenance and operation of fishing harbors under their control. Fishing harbors under the control of the union government are administered by port trusts. Clear? Judicial ruling or observations. Any questions here, people? Okay. Judicial rulings or observations. In the SG Wombatkere versus Union of India, the section 124 Indian Penal Code, article 1419 1A 21, all this. So this is again that article, that sedition law that we discussed about, and this is the case name here. So in that again, in that particular case, what did Supreme Court say? Supreme Court said that, see, section 124, this is from the colonial era. How can you arrest somebody and keep them in jail like that? This sedition law, we should bring some change. Union government also said, yeah, we should try to bring some change. That was it. Indian Penal Code, they did not, under 124A, Indian Penal Code, whatever was there, the whole thing, they just converted it into what? Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, section 152. Now Hindu is having a problem with it. No, this is not right. Sedition proceedings hearing February 26. Supreme Court orally observed that the Union government's assurance to reconsider the sedition provision could not bind the Parliament. That means Section 124A of the IPC now became what? Section 152. What did the Union government tell earlier? Oh yeah, we will change this, this has to be considered, we will change it. But they didn't change. They just, IPC ban gaya, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Orally, Union government had told in Supreme Court that we will bring some change to it. Now, when the petitioner filed a petition, Supreme Court actually said that, sorry, if Union government just said it orally, for what the government gave an assurance, we cannot say, now the Parliament has to definitely bring a change to it. We cannot say that it is binding now on the Parliament. Assurance was given by whom? Central government. Central government did not bother to change it. So, just because central government said it, you cannot say that now the Parliament is bound to change the sedition law. Whatever pending sedition trials are there, it may proceed where the accused does not object to continuation of proceedings. That means, if a person is accused under sedition, you should ask the person, okay, are you okay if we continue the trials under Section 124? If we continue the trial, are you okay with it? If he says he is okay with it, you can continue. If he doesn't say, then only you have to say what is the next possible outcome for it. But again, like I told you, under sedition law, under UAPA, if you are going to get arrested, it won't be easy. It won't be easy at all. Hindu is talking about an extreme situation. What if some poor person who is innocent gets arrested? How will they fight the case? I will again quote the Supreme Court here. Show me that poor person who is innocent, who got arrested under sedition law or under UAPA. That time Hindu will not have any answer to say. Extreme events we cannot take, right? What if some rarely one individual, wrong place, wrong time, but is from a poor family, got arrested under sedition law and now they are in jail? I mean, you have spent so much of space, newspaper space for writing all this bakwas. Why don't you bring proper evidential data to show that this person who is from a poor family got arrested under sedition law and now they are still suffering, or they are still an under trial prisoner and they are still suffering in jail? Bring the case out. Make it a media issue. Got the point here? Saeed Iftikhar Andrabi case. Supreme Court reaffirmed the principle that bail is the rule and jail is the exception, emphasizing protection of personal liberty. That is what Supreme Court told in this case. Saeed Iftikhar Andrabi ruling. Which is what? Bail is the rule. Jail is the exception. That we will definitely give you bail. Jail rare it is. But Supreme Court changed all of that. IR Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu, Constitutional Law Principle. Supreme Court observed that law must remain in step with the march of time, recognizing that legal provisions must adapt to changing constitutional and societal realities. As time changes, the constitution also changes. That is what the ruling says. So the Hindu is basically telling that, so now people should be given more freedom of speech and expression. If they want to say anything against the country, let them say what is wrong in it. That is their way of interpreting march of time. Currently, the interpretation of march of time should be this. Anybody who is speaking against the country, they should be thrown inside jail. Not for innocent or harmless criticism also they can get jailed. How many people have got jailed here for criticizing the government? How many people? I mean, Prakash Raj is still roaming freely. Correct. Prakash Raj is roaming freely. Has he been arrested and thrown in jail? No. But anti-country, that won't be tolerated. That shouldn't be tolerated. Clear? Federation of All India Medical Association versus National Testing Agency and others. NEET UG 2026 paper leak case. Supreme Court observed that NTA had failed to learn lessons from 2024 examination controversy. Despite earlier judicial intervention and reform recommendation, the court sought an affidavit detailing steps taken to implement recommendations of the Monitoring or High-Powered Committee constituted after the 2024 controversy and issued notices to Union Government, Ministry of Education and other respondents. I always one should answer cite IPC section and BNBN section or both. As in BNS replaced IPC. Abba red car. See, the point is cases which were registered under IPC or CRPC before BNS came, their trials are still going on. Those cases will continue under this. Under the new law, whatever is coming afterwards, that will be heard under this. That is what it is. Criminal law does not have retrospective effect. Criminal law cannot come from a back date. So this, from the date when this came, from that date, only BNS cases will be registered. Sedition if you did. So what was the date again? Three new criminal laws, June. First July 24. So 1st July 24, after 1st July 2024, whichever case comes under sedition, that will be registered under section 152. All the old cases before that, before 1st July 2024, that used to be registered under section 124A. Of IPC. That is how it is. Conviction or acquittal settled. There is no question of something settling in Indian criminal justice system when it is a matter of sedition or when it is a matter of terrorism activity. Sedition and terrorist activity, there is no settlement and all. The settlement is only going to come in the form of conviction. You are convicted of this crime, you are being sentenced to life imprisonment or death. Period. So this again, like I told you, Supreme Court has taken a very tough stance against the NTA and the Union Ministry of Education. 2024, one nonsense controversy happened. A committee was set up. Why wasn't the committee recommendations listened to? And the fact that this country, nobody cares about it. If the Prime Minister is the so-called 56-inch ka chati hai that they talk about, the Prime Minister, the first thing he should have done was fired the Education Minister. If he doesn't resign, he should have fired him. Did that happen? The opposition leader should have basically come to the streets, to the street level, calling all the students that until and unless this is sorted out, we are not going to allow a re-exam also. 2024 it happened. 2026 again it is happening. Are you sure it will not happen in 2027 or 2028? Or forget it. What guarantee that 2026 it will not happen again? That is why I am telling you, government is also useless. Opposition is also useless. We are the even more bigger fools to think that ye party acha hai, wo party ganda hai. That's the reality. Middle class, no other choice. Either study for government exam or get into a private job. This is the only option left with us. Have you ever seen Ambani's children or Adani's children crying, oh, we couldn't get NEET. They will construct a bloody medical college and they will give it to them. They will make them the dean or the MD there. That's it. अरे बेटा, why will you become MBBS? हॉस्पिटल ही खरीद कर तेरे नाम पर करवा देंगे. तू मैनेजर बन जा उसका. Have you ever seen any celebrities' children, cricket, film, whatever, writing government exam, any entrance exam? Rare cases are there. Don't come with that to me. I'm talking about 99% here. That is the advantage of money. That is why I'm telling you, you make money. Worst case scenario, even if you don't clear the exam, you would have made enough money where your child doesn't have to go through this nonsense again. I mean, easily they should slap UAPA. Terrorism charges should be filed against them. I'm not exaggerating. The number of students who have reached out to me who have wrote me, they are like, sir, मालूम नहीं अब कहाँ से prepare करूँ, कैसे prepare करूँ, मन नहीं कर रहा है. Parents, children, everybody gone for a toss, right? Their mental state, literally putting terror into their mind. Terrorism charges should be filed against everybody who contributed towards the leakage. And the Union Education Minister should resign. No two ways about it. There is no two ways about it. Are statutory body, that and all you leave. Statutory, non-statutory, you only had one job, man. You only had one job. Ensure that this exam happens properly. कुछ नहीं होने वाला, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Again the leak will happen. Again the leak will happen. As somebody who had went through that pain, 2017, SSC, CGL, Tier 2 exam. I had to write it again. The second time when I wrote it, I know it very well. I didn't do it that good as the paper that got cancelled. The torturous feeling, imagine that. You think one exam is over, you come back home, you get a love letter from SSC telling that the exam today will stand cancelled. We will put it on another date. Please wait for further notice. Imagine. Supreme Court declined to cancel the 24 NEET UG examination after concluding that the paper leak was localized. However, the court recognized the need for systemic reforms in examination administration and directed the constitution of a high-power committee. Again, the same nonsense what happened with my paper also, SSC paper. So the SSC paper also, if you can verify all this in the internet, by the way. The SSC leak that happened, as per the court, anywhere between 400 to 500 people have entered the final rank list illegally. But considering the future of the remaining 9,500 plus students, Supreme Court decided not to cancel it. 400 to 500 people entering illegally. You know what that means? By how much mark the cutoff will change. I'll simply put this up to you. The cutoff what I secured that year, if it was in 2016, I would have been an inspector with CBI or NIA. Whereas in 2017, I was ineligible for any inspector post. I was only eligible for clerical posts. But yeah, if I would have got this NIA or something, means obviously I wouldn't have come to this field. That is for sure. I would have quit this teaching field completely. I was hoping to get into NIA. Because obviously it is not a sitting job. You are always it's a field job, interesting job, something which I love, not to sit behind a desk. But no. That time also Supreme Court gave the same reason. It's a small number. It's okay. If considering this future, we are not doing it. Paper leak was localized. Array, this is fine. They will become inspectors or clerks or whatever. They can learn the job. Here, MBBS, doctors they have to become. Doctors, surgery. I hope whoever cleared this, 2024, got into MBBS just like that, through Jugaad. They should actually operate their relatives, their families, everybody. And whoever helped them, वो सब इन्हीं लोगों के पास बाद में आना चाहिए, karma. No, I know I'm exaggerating. Why should I show so much of anger? Because I've been through that. I know exactly the pain of every NEET aspirant right now who is going to give an exam, re-exam now. ये सोचेंगे अब इस बार मैंने अच्छा नहीं किया, then how will I face my parents? What will I tell them? Parents are also thinking, if this time he or she doesn't do well, what will I tell to the relatives? What will I tell to my sister? What will I tell to my brother? Yeah, correct, Abba. They are thinking of bringing Indian Air Force to transport the NEET papers. And nothing is going to change in this country. Nothing will change. Because हमारे लिए सबसे ज़्यादा important क्या है? जात, मजहब. Everything else is afterwards. So don't worry. Twisha Sharma death case, suo motu proceedings, investigation by CBI, fair investigation principles. Supreme Court supported the Madhya Pradesh government's decision to transfer the investigation to the CBI. Court directed that the CBI should endeavor to complete the investigation promptly. The court observed that it had intervened amid concerns and public perceptions regarding fairness of the investigation and urged concerned parties to place their statements before investigating authorities rather than through media platforms. Again, very talented, very good-looking female. I mean, all the talent and all the good looks you have, but ultimately, if you marry the wrong guy, done. I would, to all the ladies out there, before you actually look into the guy's profile, right, just look at the mother-in-law also once. I mean, you are already built with inbuilt sixth sense. Looking at the mother-in-law, do you feel comfortable? That is what you should check out first, because this is India. Mother-in-law की शक्ल अगर अच्छा नहीं है, रिश्ता छोड़ दो. Aravalli definition case. Exactly. Clear? Absolutely. See, Diya, I'm not denying whatever you said. That is why I told you terrorism charges should be actually filed against all those people who have leaked the paper, who are morally also responsible for this. Because it has literally created fear. Literally. Aravalli definition case. Supreme Court directed that the expert committee tasked with defining the Aravalli Hills and ranges must ensure broad consultation with domain experts and stakeholders. Court indicated that the committee should prepare a roadmap for permissible activities, including regulated mining, were legally allowed. The court found that the earlier definition of Aravalli could exclude a large number of hills from protection because of that 100-meter thing, 100-meter exemption. Now that has been taken out, creating a significant regulatory lacuna and exposing ecologically sensitive areas. Court stayed its November 25 judgment and decided to revisit the issue through a broader expert-driven exercise. That means wait for further update from Supreme Court regarding this. But any which way, damage is already done. Delhi Nivasiyon, enjoy. As if the particulate matter pollution was not enough, now you are also going to get fresh dust and sand particles lifted right from the Aravallis, brought in through the hot air and settling it in Delhi. The ones who are rich and the ones who are in government will literally use 3 to 4 coolers in their room to protect their nose and their lungs. Poor people, they will die. That was a very painful and pathetic death. Suo motu means khud ba khud, taking it by itself. Not because somebody filed a petition. Supreme Court saw something is not right, so Supreme Court only issued orders for it. खुद ब खुद ले लिया, ठीक है, कुछ लफड़ा हो रहा है, मैं एक फैसला सुनाता हूं, ऐसे करके. क्लियर? अय्या अरवा. Cockroach Janata Party petition. Supreme Court observed that there was no grave urgency requiring immediate consideration of a petition seeking investigation into the activities of a digital political formation and the alleged commercial exploitation of oral courtroom remarks. Court indicated that the controversy surrounding reported oral observations and their online circulation did not warrant urgent writ intervention. मतलब ऐसा कुछ भयंकर वाला चीज कुछ नहीं हुआ है. It is just a passing trend. Like I told you, कुछ अच्छा काम किया है क्या इन लोगों ने? Did they at least take up the NEET issue and come on the road? Nothing. People's issues, nothing they have said. Whatever they have suggested, they are $1 million ideas. They are highly impractical and will never work in India. From their ideas, from whatever they promised only, it is very clear that Cockroach Janata Party has no clue as to the realities of Indian politics or even basic polity. कम से कम लक्ष्मीकांत तो लेकर पढ़ लेते बेटा before actually coming with this $1 million ideas. ठीक है? So that you leave. That is like passing trend. Tamil Nadu versus Karnataka Meghadattu project review. So Mekedattu balancing reservoir project in the Kaveri Water Management Authority. Supreme Court dismissed Tamil Nadu's review petition against its November 25 judgment and held that no ground for review has made out. Court maintained that Tamil Nadu's challenge to the Mekedatu project was premature as a detailed project report was still under consideration by the Kaveri Water Management Authority and Kaveri Water Regulation Committee. The court clarified that affected parties would be free to pursue legal remedies if the project receives approval. Court further noted that Karnataka remains bound to release Kaveri water allocated to downstream Tamil Nadu and Puducherry in accordance with existing directions. मतलब प्रोजेक्ट का अभी तक डिटेल्ड प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट डीपीआर यू कॉल इट वो अभी तक बनाया नहीं है. Even before the detailed project report for this reservoir, Mekedatu reservoir, before it is made, why are you filing a petition? Wait, let the whole thing get over. Then we will see. Chendamone. I seriously hope Karan Johar or Yash Chopra is seeing this class. Sorry, Yash Chopra alla. Somebody from Yashraj Films is seeing this class. Or some Kannada director, producer, Telugu director, producer, Tamil director, producer. Malayalam, leave. They want good actors. Anybody sees me and recruits me for their next movie as their villain or Ananya Pandey's father. Trust me. वाहियात सवाल लाइक सस्ते नशा कहां से लेकर आए हो. Palodi accident versus National Highways Authority of India. Supreme Court held that the right to safe travel on national highway is an integral part of the right to life under Article 21. The court declared that safe, well-maintained and motorable national highways are a constitutional obligation of the state and issued wide-ranging directions after taking suo motu cognizance of fatal road accidents. The court exercised its powers under Article 142 to ensure complete justice and strengthen road safety measures. Illa Aditya Dar also wants good actors only. Delhi Judicial Service Association versus State of Gujarat, Article 142. Supreme Court held that the power to do complete justice under Article 142 is of a different level and quality from ordinary statutory powers and cannot be curtailed by limitations contained in ordinary laws. Matlab kya hai? This Article 142, even according to the words of Supreme Court, it simply means Supreme Court has sky-high powers. They can pass any law, any order, any decree, any temporary, anything they can do. Where they feel that complete justice has to be ensured, they can pass it. And nobody can do anything about it. That is the bottom line. Is there any limitation to it? No limitation. On any central law? Yes. On any state law? Yes. Wherever they feel, they need to do complete justice to it. Adutha Alavaladim Vamma. Notes, it is in the link in the PDF. PDF is there in the link. Description. Detail of SC hypocrisy. SC Supreme Court hypocrisy. There is no hypocrisy to it. Article 142 simply means Supreme Court can pass any order, any direction to ensure complete justice in any case involving central law or state law. They can interfere in any matter, just like how they interfered in the matters of increased number of accidents in national highway. And they basically said that to have proper motorable road comes under right to life under Article 21. And they used Article 142 to ensure the safety, that safety standards in national highway is improved. All right. Cognizance means to consider. Hitesh Bhatnagar versus Deepa Bhatnagar, Article 142. Supreme Court held that extraordinary care and caution must be exercised while invoking jurisdiction under Article 142 to do complete justice. That means, again, this Article 142 also, you shouldn't be using it whenever and wherever you want. Because this usage of Article 142 simply means it is, that is T. Judicial activism. So it shouldn't go to a point where you are interfering with the government or with the legislature. Correct? Canara Bank versus Debasys Das, Principles of Natural Justice. Supreme Court held that the Constitution seeks to deliver substantive justice, and where legal justice is insufficient to remove injustice, principles of natural justice must be followed. अब ये क्या है? Legal justice, natural justice. Legal justice simply means what is written as per law. कानून में लिखा है तो उसका नतीजा ये है, like that. If it is written in the law, then this is the punishment. If it is written in the law, then this is the compensation. It is written down, literally written down. All right. For example, again. I hope I'm spelling it right. Aruna Schonberg. This is the first case of passive euthanasia in our country. So she was raped by one of the security guard or caretaker in the hospital. So she was working as a nurse in a Mumbai hospital, private hospital. Clinic, not hospital, small private clinic or something. Clinic it was back then. Now आज एक hospital बन गया है. So she scolded that guy because he was doing some cheating or something with money and some financial transaction. He was doing some cheating. She scolded him. Don't do this, something karke, in front of everybody. His ego got hurt. So what he did was he used a leash, dog's leash, belt is there na? That he used. When she finished her shift and came, he put that leash around her neck, tightened it. Then he raped her. Once the act was done, he did not loosen it. All right. That tightened thing remained there as it is. Blood and oxygen supply to the brain was cut off, or rather reduced. By the time she was discovered, good solid 18-20 hours have already passed. She went into a state of permanent coma. All right. Once or something, in the 90s or something, once she came out of her coma, just once, where she was screaming and shouting and crying. And again, she went back to her coma again. Then, finally, she died. Now, what will you expect? A woman who was brutalized, raped, and then she was actually, like this thing was tied around her, and now she went into coma. You will expect what the court to give as punishment? Minimum life imprisonment. The charge that was, the case that was registered against him was only for which the legal justice system was, maximum punishment was 3 years. Not rape. Why they didn't file the rape charge at that point of time? Because we must understand this. This is happening like years ago. I think 80s or 90s. Years ago, this is happening. Sensitive public, sensitive society. She was actually sodomized. Those who know the meaning, they will understand. Those who don't know, Google and find it out. So the police did not write it down because she was still of marriageable age. Her marriage was fixed with the doctor who was working there in the same hospital. So they did not want that whole thing to be revealed. So they did not file the rape charge there. Attempt to murder was only filed because she's not dead. She's still in the hospital. Treatment is going on. That guy got released within 2.5 years. Good behavior. That is legal justice for you. If you are going to use principles of natural justice means, then what and all you will factor in? Obviously, the age of the victim. How young she was. The fact that her entire life got destroyed completely, whether she's even aware of it, we don't know. The cruelty of it. So considering all of that, what you will do? Her age, her life getting destroyed, her personal, professional life, everything getting destroyed. The possibility that she could have been a mother, she could have somebody's sister, she could have been somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, all that, somebody's wife, all that, you killed it. So you give a punishment, maybe double life imprisonment. That's what natural justice is about. The odd part about natural justice is that natural justice will vary from case to case because you are taking each case for its individual merit. So we can never say what will be the outcome of a case if natural justice principles are being used. Legal justice principles means it is very, very clear. Cases of similar nature will always get the same verdict. But not in the case of principles of natural justice. In principles of natural justice, you will take each case's merit, you will try to view it from all angles, then you will give the verdict. Clear? Yeah. WTF. Arey, that was that zamana, man. I am telling you na, politically correct. Even now, only very recently only, we have started becoming politically correct. Very recently. If you actually go back to the old movies and all, most of our superstars should be thrown inside jail by now. The old ones I'm talking about. I'm not going to take anybody's name. You take the names. All I would tell you is this. Check out the ages of all our old heroines. When did they have their first on-screen kiss? And on-screen what and all they were made to do. Check out the ages that time. Aaj, if you do that with a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old girl, like can you imagine a 15-year-old girl in the name of acting being kissed by a 31, 32-year-old man? No. Today it will become POXO. Acting or no acting, it will become POXO. One huge, salute to the entire team of Durandar for that. Because obviously she was looking like a small girl, the actress, I think Sarah. And Ranveer Singh was looking like one giant buffalo in front of her. I mean, all respect to Ranveer Singh. I loved him as an actor. But obviously, the contrast was so evident. Somebody so huge and somebody so delicate. The only thing I was praying for, there shouldn't be a lip lock. There was no lip lock, thankfully. Because of the age gap. It would have been very bizarre. At least these days, some sense is there. But back in those days, it was not at all there. Politically correct thing was never there. Forget it. Even the actors also will never know the actor is about to kiss. Many a times the actresses have just ran back to their room or wherever it was and they will sit there and cry. Because the actor kissed them without knowing it. And later when they come out also they see that the actor is sitting there and joking about it with the director and the producer. This is not just in India. This was the scenario everywhere. In other parts of the world, it was even more crazier. Happened in 2011. Wait, I'll tell you. Because you have asked that question now. Wait a minute. Without even straight away going to the 2011 Supreme Court Aruna Schonberg versus Union of India ruling was a landmark case that legalized passive euthanasia in India. I know this case because I have taught ethics offline. All right, so I had taken up this case there. Passive euthanasia's first incident was Aruna Schonberg case. Yeah, sodomized in 1973. Much before even I was born. You can read the details of the case. The petitioner, if I remember it to this detailing, is what the petitioner actually told was that because she was completely lying on bed for the last some 40, 50 years or whatever, her skin had started breaking like dry leaf. Because you don't get sunlight or anything. Completely being bedridden. So if you touch her skin, it'll break. It'll break like leaf, dry leaf. So they made Supreme Court aware about the situation there. That is when Supreme Court said that right to death with dignity. Right to die with dignity. Clear? Shriman Balasaheb Patel and others versus Speaker Karnataka Assembly, 10th schedule. Supreme Court held that while considering a resignation, Speaker's role is limited to determining whether it is voluntary and genuine and cannot extend to examining motives. Once a resignation is found to be voluntary and genuine, Speaker is bound to accept it. The court further held that resignation does not erase or nullify a disqualification already incurred under the 10th schedule. A pending or impending disqualification proceeding does not automatically become infructuous merely because a member resigns. Court upheld the disqualification of legislators while setting aside the Speaker's order, barring them from contesting elections for the remainder of the Assembly term. Court also held that the Speaker's satisfaction regarding resignation is subject to judicial review. This is again the whole 10th schedule, anti-defection law. People will resign their MLA post. Then they will recontest the election under the different party ticket. Now, when you resign and you go and you want to contest on a different party ticket, the question now is, can I apply anti-defection law or not? That is the question. The Supreme Court basically, and who should decide on this matters of defection? Speaker only can decide. That is where Supreme Court interfered and told, listen, your only job is to basically see whether the resignation is found to be voluntary and genuine. It is not your job to find out the motive behind it. That's it. And any matter of anti-defection, etc., yes, it can be decided finally by the court also. You can challenge it in the court. Clear? Arivarasu, mode of transportation actually matters. This agency which had conducted NEET very recently, they had used e-rickshaw to transport the paper. What if that e-rickshaw wala stops it somewhere, opens it, takes photo, seals it back? A welded box, steel box which was locked and kept. They broke the lock, opened it, took photo, closed it, welded it back, and they had shut it. Apparently, according to media. That much if they can do means. Illegal sand mining in National Chambal Gharial Sanctuary. Now, this is a very, very interesting article again. Supreme Court directed UP, MP and Rajasthan to consider extending prosecution immunity under Section 218(3) of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita to forest guards acting bona fide against illegal sand miners. The sand mining community, they are actually the people who are staying in and around the Chambal River Valley. For them, there is no other alternative. And Chambal area, if you actually see, since the time period of Bandit Queen, Poolan Devi, that time period onwards, it is pretty much notorious for all this bandukbazi, gun-related illegal activities. Now also they are continuing. Now the sand mining has gone to such level where the Gharial sanctuary is getting affected. So Supreme Court basically made two observations with regard to the Gharial sanctuary. One was basically, why don't you use preventive detention and arrest these people and throw them in jail? Who will go and arrest? Because you are not talking about a few individuals. You are talking about whole village. You go to arrest, they will come out with their guns. Yeah, for my unversed people who don't know about this, UP, MP, Rajasthan, etc., they actually have their own guns with them. Even Punjab, Haryana also. UP especially is notorious in this regard. They even have the local Desi gun called Kata. That also they have. Son is born, daughter is born, marriage is happening, divorce is happening, celebratory firing. मतलब बस एक रीजन चाहिए बंदूक निकालकर हवा में 2-3 गोलियां उड़ाने के लिए. This is like a regular event there. Generally, cops will come then ask them to stop this nonsense. But otherwise, it just goes unchecked. Almost everybody, even kids will ask, हमें भी चलाना है, हमें भी चलाना है. And the kid, if he does not point it properly up, he will probably hold it like this. Some adult will be standing there. Patak. Done. Adult gets killed. Got the point here? The court emphasized that frontline forest personnel should not fear criminal prosecution while discharging official duties. Now, what is the court telling? Court is telling the forest guards, you take every action possible and don't take any legal action against those forest officials. Court is actually asking the state government to provide complete immunity to the forest officials for whatever measures they may take against the illegal sand miners. Exercising powers once again under Article 142, court directed states to strengthen field level forces, forest enforcement, fill vacancies within 1 year, establish comprehensive surveillance through CCTV and live monitoring, take urgent measures to curb illegal mining in the Champal sanctuary. Court observed that continued illegal mining and attacks on forest officials is reflected serious enforcement failures and required immediate corrective action. What is the time actually? 9:50. Wow. What a nice. 112 minus 147. Okay. So this judicial rulings, I will deal with it later. This memflation is basically about memory cards are there, right? Memory chips, chipsets, semiconductor chips, what is required in handsets, etc. That is going to be very, very, very expensive because of lack of rare earth minerals that are not available. So what is going to happen is in the next coming months, you won't be having the basic level handsets, 15,000, 20,000, forget it. That won't be available in the market. Instead, what you're going to see is all 25,000 and above handsets being sold in India. Not only in India, world over. In India especially, this will increase further. So that entire thing, the reason for it, I have given it over here. There will be a shortage of smartphones priced between 10,000 and 15,000. That is what is going to happen. Clear? Mark the names in Atlas sustainable development topic, especially Bunny grasslands. Where is it located and what are its geographic features? Grand Prix, again, this is like I told you, one of the major changes that I'm going to bring in my current affairs is we will cover one sporting event in every class. So this is that one thing. Grand Prix, highest level of motor racing. What is Grand Prix? Formula 1 events are known as Grand Prix. Grand Prix is a French word which actually means grand prize or highest award. When did it start? Which are the agencies? What are the various levels associated with it? Alright. What are the various formats? Different types of flags used in Grand Prix was asked as a prelim, I think a GS mains question it was. 2013 or 2012, not sure exactly. Commonwealth Games, again, when was it first held, how is it held, etc, etc, details of it. Okay, this I will discuss in the class, next class. It's a science and tech topic. The Hall effect and post-quantum cryptography. Content is already there in the PDF, but because of paucity of time, again, next class only I will discuss because properly it needs to be explained. In this, only this one thing you need to study properly. HALE, HALE. Healthy life expectancy, which measures expected years of life adjusted for time spent with illness, disability, chronic pain, and poor health. And some details regarding it. In this article again, the difference between World Health Assembly and World Health Organization. So this, go through it. World Health Assembly, it is a decision-making body of WHO attended by delegations from all the WHO member states. Main functions of the World Health Assembly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Geneva, Switzerland. It is held annually. Indonesia's export policy. Okay, this I will discuss because this is important even from PubAd perspective. Hainan, it is a set of policies taken by China on one of their port to improve the business there. FYI, nothing hardcore, just read it. India's 6th largest economy, but still don't know how to conduct exams. We already saw that. Quad, again, it is just again read it only because this time Squad membership or details. This time quad grouping, etc. They did not reveal clearly what is the future, etc. because of the issues in the ties between India and USA. Brinkmanship, again, that is an article. Again, I have left it for you to read. Brinkmanship simply means, let us say two parties are in a truce. Truce means, okay, we won't fight with each other. Now let us call for peace. But then one party tries to escalate it, bringing things to a neck level, like what Pakistan always does. Even when we are minding our own business, they will unnecessarily come and do kujli, almost bringing both the countries to a war-like situation. That is brinkmanship. Currently, this brinkmanship is being used by USA against Iran. Even if Iran is minding its own business, USA, along with its ally Israel, they both are irritating Iran, literally threatening world war. I don't know whether they have registered. Anurag, take out the previous year question paper, see the topics, start writing the answers. I cannot handhold you in 3 hours of class teaching entire current affairs of a week, then telling you to write the mains perspective. That is your job. Answer writing is your job. Taking the previous year questions, seeing the topics which are repeatedly asked, writing the answers based on the current affairs I teach, that is your job. Make no doubt about it. All right, people. Gurugram sex ratio falls to 862. For every 1000 males, you have only 862 females. When you look at it like this, you may feel, अरे इसमें क्या है, कौन सी बड़ी बात है? It's just that you multiply that by another 1000. That is, for 10 lakh males, only 8,62,000 females are there. Where female number goes on getting reduced, crimes against them will also go up, especially the crime of rape. Children also won't be spared. Clear? With that, we come to an end. So it's a heavy, content-loaded current affair class that is going to be henceforth. Make no doubt about it. And I will write and give it to you. If you desire to take it down in this manner, you will end up wasting your time. So the best thing to do is, and even if you try to do it within 3 hours, you're never going to do it. That is reading it, understanding it, then finding out which one to note down, what not to note down. It will take time. So what are you going to do? You're going to attend my class. You're going to download that PDF. You're going to revise it, marking the key components and going on reading it again and again till you are very familiar with it. Prelims perspective, that is what is needed. Mains, after once you clear, you come and join the Srijans mains program at PW. That is what I would say. At PW, Srijans mains program is there. Join that. So that will take care of your mains purpose. Prelims you clear first and come, because that is where the maximum cut, like elimination, happens. In addition to that, one important announcement is there. That is Pratigya Divas, which is the biggest UPSC festival. So it is on Friday, 5th June. Okay. PDF is there in the description. There you can download. What are the names of the exercises you do in your workout? The usual warm-up, push-ups, pull-ups. If it is a leg day, means sit-ups, leg raises, leg raising your left leg, right leg, all that. Can we keep this class from 6 p.m.? I should finish preparing, right? Yeah, Abba. Dinesh, you can watch it otherwise also, because इससे ज़्यादा current affair, I don't think it is going to be asked anywhere. I mean, even if it is asked, oh sorry, I will not say it that way. Let me put it this way. इससे ज़्यादा prepare आप नहीं कर सकते. Humanly, it is not possible. It will be a waste of time because NDA also or any exam when you take, current affairs is only a limited content. The majority of the content is always from static portion. I don't want any of my student to waste current affairs के ऊपर नींद खो जाए. I don't want to do that. So this is not me selling some course. This is not me selling something. I am doing my 100% here. Even my CCA batch students last year, there was a comprehensive current affairs batch separately. A paid batch was there. Even they will vouch that पिछले बार के कंटेंट भी इतना ज्यादा इतना बड़ा नहीं था. आई एम लिटरली पुटिंग इट अप दिस टाइम ताकि let us make it a habit from this year onwards. If not for 27, at least for 28, whoever is giving their attempt. Because 27, like I told you, my prediction is current affair की importance जो है वो कम हो जाएगा. 2026 mains के लिए definitely this content, 2027 mains, this content will come in handy. I know it for sure. So make it a habit. Those who are giving your attempt in 28, 29, etc., go through the current affairs. Because that is the easiest way to ensure that you get the current affair questions correct. You get some of the static questions also correct. How can I start my preparation after 2026 prelims, sir? Conventional subjects, current affairs, my current affair class, monthly current affair compilation. That's it. Love from Puri, Jagannatha Puri. Okay. World Environment Day. Okay. Sir, is CJP is legal party in India? Meenakshi, you only Google it and check na. Have they registered themselves under the Election Commission of India? Is it a registered political party? That is the first thing to go and check. Long remembrance of theory answers means that should be the only reason to choose your. Nice to know that, Vaibhav. Thank you, Anshu. Chimkil song dance super. Can I join the Titan batch? Yeah, you can join. How to choose optional? Choose what you love. Go for standard books. If you are attending the classes, means ask the concerned faculty which books to refer. What about Pradikya Divas? Means those of you are planning to take up any course as such, Titan, Pinnacle, Praramb English batch. That is the other thing. Praramb English batch also will be starting pretty soon. June 22nd. 3-year, completely in English. That will be starting. So that you can take it up. So all the things, what is it? All the courses, whatever are there, that will get some discounts will be there, especially around the Pratigya Divas. So if you need to know what is the discount, how much is the discount, etc., please do attend the live session. Then only you will get to know. Because that window is there. It is not that discount will be kept for 1 month or something. No. Small window is there. Within that, better enroll. I'm a working guy. Can I prepare for UPSC? Dinesh, because you are working, I would suggest you to take up any one of our courses. That is what I would suggest you. If you are working, because you will be able to afford it. So take Titan or Pinnacle, where your only job is to take down the notes. That is your only job. You forget about the mock tests, mains practice test, etc. because you won't be having the time for it. So you take down the notes, keep the notes intact. If you have attempts with you, at least 4-5 attempts are there, then I would ask you to take Pinnacle only. Aram se do it. Take down your GS coaching, take down your optional coaching, everything, get it done. Once you have all the notes ready, then go and give your prelims. You became some fatty. Thanks for the compliment, Harsha. I don't need anybody's certificate. All right. Trust me. You called me fatty, you call me skinny, you call me anything you want. I don't give a damn because you're nothing to me. Trust me. You're nothing to me. You're somebody sitting somewhere far away, right? Online Yodha you are. I don't care. That is what I am. That is the reason why I am so strong. I don't care. How to achieve long remembrance of answers? Remembrance, I don't know. Retention means constant revision. Constantly revise the content, then only you will remember it. If you are not able to have consistency, then you are wasting your time. Leave it then, na? You don't have consistency and discipline means don't do it. How to understand the concept and do the thing. Do the thing. What thing? Arva, seriously. See, Arva, let me tell you, serious relationships when you get into, the problem is, the other day also, I had the bad fortune of actually coming across a girl who was in a toxic relationship. Very, very toxic relationship. The toxic boyfriend traits are number one, he will cut off you from your friends because he will tell that friends are untrustworthy. That is your friends. Then he will cut you off from your family. Then he will start with the usual. Ye kapada mat pehno, wo kapada mat pehno. He will start monitoring all your social media. And this female was stuck in that relationship. I clearly told her, you are wasting your life. I went to the extent of even telling her also one more thing. See, if you continue in this relationship, I'm going to read about you in the newspaper. That either you died of heart attack or something, because she was sleeping only at 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. Not eating food, anything on time. She was only eating like once or twice in a day. So I said, either I will read about you in the paper that you died and, from the room smell came and then the neighbors alerted the cops. Cops opened the door, broke open the door. They found your dead body. She was like, so what, sir, what you're telling like this? And tears are coming out her eye. I was like, obviously, look at you. It is Einstein's, it doesn't take a detective's brain to find this out. Or you will commit suicide. Simple. This is what will happen. So I told her the thing as it is. Now if she changes, good for her. If she doesn't change, only she is going to lose. And I will tell you the same thing. He has moved on. He has moved on in your life. You are thinking about, oh my God, let me take my revenge. I will show once I clear UPSC what he missed. You seriously think somebody who has gone all the way to Kazakhstan to complete his MBBS is going to worry about you and your stupid exam? Like, are you nuts? First of all, do UPSC only if you want to do it. Do that one thing which will give you happiness. It's as simple as that. Don't try to do this revenge wala nonsense and all. He doesn't even give you an iota of respect. And on top of it, in case, even if he comes back, you seriously want to marry somebody like this? You seriously want to marry somebody who will marry you based on the prefixes or suffixes that are there in your name, not for the individual that you are. You want to have a relationship with such a guy? No, that much you are clear that you don't want to marry him. When you don't want to marry him, why you want to take revenge then? Don't be stupid and don't throw away the life what God has given you. Find what you love to do. Not this stupidity. What should be the mindset? See, people, there is no mindset. I am tired of hearing all these stupid words. Mindset, effective strategy. That is, this effective strategy, Devame, I have heard it like 100 times. More than what is it? Achedin. Effective strategy, tips, and tricks. There is nothing. It's just consistency, discipline. You're not able to do that. It only means you have plenty of free time. That is one thing. You're not able to do, if you're not disciplined and consistent, it means you have a lot of free time in your hands. You're wasting it. Number two, you are not supposed to be doing UPSC. You are doing it only because it is a fashion. Everybody is doing it. Oh, it's a fad. Oh, so let me also do it. Wow, it's in vogue. So let me do it. That's it. You don't have it what it takes to give for this exam. Understand this and move out of it. There is nothing wrong. Bad doubt, sir. Which bad doubt? Delight Sala. There is no need of any session. Only one thing to do. If you didn't clear 2026 prelims, get into a job first. Then do whatever preparation you want. SSC CGL. SSC CGL, if you're planning to do, start with maths. Get any book from Amazon which will talk about maths, start preparing it. CBSE, OSM checking. Stupidity only, right? I mean, I don't understand this whole point here. Physical paper is there. You will scan it and convert it into a digital copy. I mean, how is it going to affect? It has only created too much of trouble and it has brought down the pass percentage. Relatives have no better work. Whether attending my polity class, no need to read NCRT, no need. First, can I prepare for UPSC? If you have joined Air Force, why do you want to prepare for UPSC? Nice to know that, Geet Kumari. How to start polity from scratch? Start reading the NCRT. If you don't get it, what is the big deal? Leon, were you, like when you were born, did you come with one like some, some declaration came out from the sky? Ye bacha, civil service ki taiyari karega. Stop idolizing this exam to such high levels. It is just a job. If you get it, great. Don't leave your job and go. Don't leave your job. And don't ask people who left their job and cleared. That is a minority. The majority who left their job and didn't clear, ask them. They are all crying today. Many of them, see, I'll tell you, you are only seeing the success stories, right? Many of them who have actually prepared for this exam and never cleared it, left their job, everything. They are suffering from social isolation. They don't talk to their parents. They don't talk to their siblings. And they literally have no friends. Because friends you make in school or college, college friends have all passed out, got into some job, they are all doing something. And UPSC time, whatever friends you make, they are not friends. How to articulate abstract answer in GS4? By practicing answer writing. AFCAT or UPSC? First go and learn about both the exams and then check out the question paper and syllabus. AFCAT le lo ya UPSC le lo. Check out the question paper and syllabus first so that you will understand what is your own standard. Whether you have it enough to put in those efforts that is demanded by both the exams. CMA course, I have no idea what is that. MS Toru Pesh Yadav. MS PO Rupesh Yadav. Love you from Bangalore ji. Stop spamming the chat section. Somebody has taken the time out to type some शायरी. मैं हर हाल में मुस्कुराता रहूंगा. चरागों को आंखों में महफूज रखना. बड़ी दूर तक रात होगी, मुसाफिर है हम भी, मुसाफिर हो तुम, वीकीसी मोड, उफ, पैथेटिक. Shiva Silama. If you want to be pro in anything, just keep practicing it. Zuko Here, if you're tired after 12 hours of work, then you only have weekends. In weekends, do your studies or change your job where you can have a little more lighter schedule. Maybe go for a lesser salary and change your job. Do some jugaad, but don't sacrifice your financial independence for UPSC. I have no idea about cost and management accountancy. Tests and answer writing reviewing. DMPs are there. DMPs are there in Praram. There they do check your answers, everything. Oh, nice to know, Geet Kumari. I'm completely confused. IAS or IAF pilot. Don't be both. You're confused now. Don't be both. I already shared my opinion, Pratap. You can check out the beginning of the class. Masira, it is not going to change anything. That is left to the government. These things will keep happening. It is not that SSC exams or all these exams were being conducted very transparently during the earlier government. अब क्या हो रहा है now? Everything is coming out in the open. Earlier it was always the dealings were done. 15 lakhs में ये seat, 25 lakhs में वो seat. Before NEET, that is how it was. Management seats were getting sold in lakhs or if not in crores together. Correct. Now NEET is there. Now we are seeing desperation is there. So the question paper is getting leaked. After joining college. Water bottle optional answer writing. Answer writing Srijans Mains program is there. For optional, check out the optionals that are available in PW only IAS and then decide. How to improve answer writing? By going on writing it. What's your opinion on relatives? No opinion. No opinion. I don't want to take any negativity, nor I want to spread any negativity. If something is good, I say it is good. If something is useless, I don't waste my time in it. It's as simple as that. खुद का क्लियर हुआ नहीं, दूसरों को ज्ञान देगा अब तू. या देगा, जरूर जरूर देगा, और भी दे देंगे, और तू कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा. तेरा आइडेंटिटी क्या है? मेरे चैट सेक्शन में आकर यू आर गिविंग मी वॉट एवर यू आर गिविंग मी ज्ञान. करेक्ट. दैट इज योर ओनली आइडेंटिटी. Nikhil Ram's identity is there now from north to south, east to west, including Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman and Nicobar, I'm not sure. Yeah. What is your identity? खुद कुछ कर रहा है या फिर ऐसे ही डैश डैश करना अच्छा लगता है आपको? UTA, as in? Thank you, Geet. So if you're taking up coaching, NCRT, I would tell you go by what the faculty says. If you're taking self preparation, then you need to start with NCRT. That is the difference. They must be very unfortunate, correct? Either they must have lost their life or they must have run away from the battle. True. For essay, can I use Chat GPT? Okay. Let him do. It is okay. It's his bread and butter. Echo, people who actually come in the chat section and spam it, right? They are looking for attention. Attention which they never got from their parents. And the others, like I told you, are online warriors. 4 like और 5 share के लिए आ रहे हैं. आने दो, करने दो. मेरा क्या जा रहा है? सामने आकर तो बोलकर देख. Pooja, don't make notes of Lakshmikant. If you make notes of Lakshmikant, you will be rewriting entire Lakshmikant. Instead, what you do is, as you finish each chapter, there is a Lakshmikant book again on MCQs. Multiple choice questions written by Lakshmikant based on Lakshmikant's polity book. It is available in Amazon. Buy that. As you complete each chapter, do the MCQs given in the separate book. That's enough. Daily routine that keeps on changing because now it is very, very hectic offline, online class. But 1 hour, I'm ensuring that I work out because I am going to hit 40 next year. And my body fat percentage is on the borderline, which is not good for my age because, as I have always told you, you have a high risk of a cardiac arrest or a heart attack when you have a high fat body percentage and when you don't move your body. So I'm ensuring that at least 1 hour I work out every day by going to the gym. That's it. The rest of it is I follow PW is setting me the timetable for me. That is what it is. कोई tip nahi. What tips are you expecting? Study your subjects. Any exam you're trying to do, find out the previous year questions and study your subject. That's it. सर जी, मनुष्य की एक सबसे बड़ी ताकत और सबसे बड़ी कमजोरी क्या है? आई डोंट नो अबाउट अदर्स. फॉर मी, मेरा सबसे बड़ा ताकत और सबसे बड़ा कमजोरी है मेरा गुस्सा. Is it necessary that putting lot of attention towards polity? See, polity, otherwise also you have to study for the simple reason that you have a paper called as GS2 mains. And I always told you, you have to be prepared for mains before you actually give your prelims. तो प्रिलिम्स में सवाल नहीं आया तो इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि polity is no more important. Polity and governance and international relation, that is your GS2 paper. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if इस बार अगर सीधा सीधा पूछ रहे हैं what are the steps and procedures involved in vice president's election, or what is SIR, what are the powers and responsibilities of Election Commission of India. एकदम स्टैटिक वाला सवाल है पूछा जा सकता है जो सीधा लक्ष्मीकांत से हो. कोई एनालिटिकल क्वेश्चन भी नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. एब्सोल्युटली पॉसिबल. But don't do that blunder. Personality कैसे डेवलप करो? पढ़ो, keep reading, and don't worry, it will develop. जिंदगी 2-3 बार झटका दे दोगे तो खुद ही डेवलप हो जाएगा. So far, yes, Masira, that is what it is. Dream is becoming pilot. Vijay Hari, you remain in your fantasy. Chalo, you stay there. You did not answer my question. Because I don't like you, creative. I have a janam ka dushmani with you. I don't have much idea about it. Gamer dude, ICS or IAS. My family in-laws makes me angry sometimes. That affects my study. In-laws, you cannot do anything, dear. In-laws are a different ball game. You have to adjust. Nothing else to do. There is no best optional. If sociology is easy, if you like it. MNS, I have no idea what that is. जानकर अच्छा लग रहा है राज गौट. Lakshmikant. I keep reading, people. I keep reading. That's what. English, I keep reading and I keep using it. Distracting conversations with parents. Being a girl, it will be difficult, Geet. Being a girl, it will be very difficult. Boys at least have the freedom, you know. पापा से गुस्सा हो गया, माँ से गुस्सा हो गया, दरवाजा बंद कर बाहर जाओ, रात के अंधेरे पर आ जाओ वापस, या फिर दोस्त के वहां जाकर रुको. All these options are there. Girls, if you so much as close the darwaza little tight, गाल लाल हो जाएगा. कुछ नहीं कर सकता रितेश, झेलना पड़ेगा. जब तक नाम नहीं बनता है तब तक आप बोल नहीं सकता. दैट इज वाई आई टेल यू, स्टार्ट अर्निंग. खुद खुद कमाना सीख लो. खुद के खर्च सब कुछ उठाना सीख लो. No solution for you, Vijay. You keep there, you stay there in your confusion. Weights or yoga. Depends what you want. Depends on what you want. Thank you, Anju. Anger management. I'm very bad at it. You are asking the wrong person about anger management. One thing which I do is walk out from there. When I know that I'm about to lose my temper, walk out from that place. And when I know that the other person is not having the mental capacity to understand the logic of what I'm speaking, I don't indulge in a conversation there. I leave it. Not easy, but that is the only choice. More and more people. More and more people. Madan? Who is Madan? Which Madan? Okay, it is the same military nursing service. I have no idea about it. I think you need to complete your nursing for that, right? You need to complete your nursing and then apply for it. And it is a usual, I think it will be. You will have the SSB interview, everything. The same drill. Won't be easy. हाँ, सब लोग बैठकर ये सब सोच लो, यूपीएससी का पेपर लीक हो जाएगा तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा, उसके बाद क्या हो जाएगा. कीप डूइंग ऑल दिस, वेरी कंस्ट्रक्टिव डिस्कशन. कीप इट अप. अरे यार आशुतोष, तेरा कितना प्रॉब्लम है यार. इंग्लिश से परेशान है, गंदे आदत से परेशान है. जाकर कोई काम कर वेले. तेरे पास बहुत ज़्यादा वक्त है, तो इसलिए तेरे पास डैश डैश करने के लिए बहुत वक्त है. Pinnacle will be live. You talk with your parents, Vijay. All right, I'm unable to read anything. Let's call it a day, people. This is going to be a new record.